information, and then after that, have a downtime to prepare before we have that.
Yeah.
So
That sounds like
as far as Man Reed knows, there's no, like, I don't know of any other threats. I don't know you guys in the contracts. I don't know what's going on. All I know is I showed up in this weird place, and you got this crazy guy. So now I'm involved in that. As far as
most of your contracts don't have expiration dates either. They're literally set open up here as things to do.
How legal are the contracts coming from Jacob?
Yeah, so the contracts have jurisdiction only as it relates to that outpost. So it's the least binding legal document you can get. Basically think I went to the Wild West, went to Westworld, pretty far out the frontier, and the sheriff gave me the ability to do something.
Better than that, anybody
Slightly better than nothing.
Come in and override the contract, then yeah, sure.
Anyone who has more authority than Jacob has the ability to override that contract. Yes.
Yeah, which we could easily be screwed over pretty bad if we do anything else on these lists.
Correct. I mean, technically, that's why you have to look at the contract and see, well, what exactly does it entail? Why would anyone care?
Well, time check then. 8:04.
Yep, I've already started the
We've
stream.
got plenty of lore going, and I think we adequately addressed downtime and what would be important to.
Yeah.
So
do we want to just leave and go to Selune or stay in the cave?
well, I know that.
First off, I don't know how you get out.
Yeah, so
Well, that's a different
also-
problem.
Yeah.
Do we want to go? Do we want to go to the cave? Do we want to explore the caves, or do we want to go to the town?
Well, right now, Note is outside of the tower, and
let's put all that aside.
Right.
The party has a direction. What goal are they trying to accomplish? I think what Anthony is saying.
Yes.
Like, forget about who's where and
oh,
all
no, I was
that.
going to
Like,
say that
what do you want to do?
I want to go back and get Note because we just got attacked by this.
So that's like a vote for not exploring the tunnel.
Yes, it's a vote for not exploring the tower.
Yeah, the main reason I wanted to do was to see any sign of like the dragons had gone somewhere underneath it here.
You didn't see it when you went down there and got attacked by
What
below.
do you want, Selune or Caves?
So
I don't know Selune.
Okay, Selune or cave, right?
I guess the quicker we get done Selune, the quicker I get back to research.
So now the problem becomes how do we get out?
Yeah,
Okay.
now that you've established a path.
Direction.
Now that you have a path,
Since we haven't
here's-
done the levy, can we harvest anything off of that before we leave?
Sure.
We just have to go down a couple more caves.
Yeah, so,
How long would it take for him to harvest off the building?
yep, 15, 30 minutes. But the thing, more problem is that you currently went down a gigantic shaft.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we gotta figure out how to get up. But
Yeah.
Do we
while we're
have
discussing
enough-
that, can I be carving them up?
Do we have enough rope to get to the bottom of the shaft?
We still have the
No.
rope that was
Come on.
hanging down.
It's
Right.
not reaching the bottom.
Right, I know that.
Yes, you could climb up, get it, tie another rope to it, and have that go.
It's
That's
600
what I'm
feet
asking, do
down.
we have-
We have
You
approximately
do not have
150
600 feet of rope.
No, I mean, do we have inspiration left?
Do you?
We have like 1 or 2 left, I think.
Inspire myself.
Yeah. Spend inspiration.
Inspiration floats me up to the-
Oh my god, reverse gravity? No, that'd be too powerful. By the way, now you're in the sun? Cool. Which sun? Oh, gravity.
What about just making it so where there's feather light?
Can you
Instead of feather
So
fall,
levitation?
Just-
pull them up with the rope,
It
but
sounds
then
like levitation.
just floating like that.
How illusion
It's
though.
levitate, man. It's literally spell levitate.
Where's that?
But I like where you're
It's
going
a
with that.
higher level spell than what I got, that's why.
So, current situation is, Ben, we can figure out what's going on with you in a second. Laurencia, Leaf, Monri, and Rune, you are all currently at the bottom of that tower shaft and with a belay. So if you want to go carve that bitch up,
I do.
go ahead. Go ahead and roll. Roll nature.
How far can I go?
Oh, that's not gonna go well.
Abacus? Abacus can go like 100 feet without
Say that
while
we
being
wanted
directed.
to-
Or
What
100
was-
feet? How?
He can still take whatever direction he had, but it's not changing.
We gave you a reason. So you weren't just like abandoned back there.
Yeah.
Why did we have Ben at the outpost? Like left him behind?
Well, I mean, no, we can still resolve what Ben would have done.
Ah.
It just would have to fit. I did not go down the hole.
Gotcha.
So the party decided to continue the exploration of the outpost, including the tower, which was not investigated. They climbed up with the exception of Note and went down in there. So maybe you're there as the escape method, like finding a way to get them out.
In the bottom of the
Oh yeah.
tower, is there any like chain or anything
You're
like that?
pulled the same thing you did with the owlbearers.
Yeah, pretty much.
In the bottom of the tower, is there any like chain or anything? You said it was like rubble.
Yeah, so it's rubble of masonry at the bottom, which is strange because the rest of the cavern is natural
I'll
rock.
investigate the rubble.
Okay. Roll investigation.
Yeah.
Yes, everything's in character at this point, unless you got a book or something
Can I
down.
just blow 2,000 meters or whatever?
No, you've murdered it. You be glad I'll take like your knives away.
5.
Okay.
Rubble. Looks like rock.
Is there any way that we could situate the rubble to climb higher within the tower? Like a pseudo like step like thing?
Not really.
How far do we gotta go?
You
to
could
reach
probably
the
add
rubble?
like 20 feet up of like doing
Probably
a
about
hill.
480 feet.
Oh, fuck, I'll try to jump down.
Feather
Yeah,
fall.
we're by yourself, I don't know where. I'm gonna try to call Astrid.
Okay.
Because I know I can turn into something and climb up, which will take forever. I'm aware it'll take forever. I didn't realize how far down the thing was. Like, if we had enough rope, I could tie part of the rope onto Note and I could help pull. We could like do a
We
pulley
need what,
system, get
4
one out.
other ropes? Oh no, each rope is what, 60?
It's like 50
So we
feet
need a
effectively.
shit ton of rope.
Plus time,
Oh,
space.
that's-
Probably-
Giving that money.
Alright,
I
so
can
you're
at least
working
give
on
myself
something,
to the top of
Astrid.
Yeah.
You were carving up, you're like covered in boule mess. You're investigating rubble. Ben, I guess you're hanging out with Note.
Could I use inspiration to summon a flying steed to get it out of here? Literally, it disappears at the top of the tower. A climbing steed.
Flying's OP.
It is very OP. Alright, yes, you can summon like a centipede. Gigantic, like Ankeg.
Sure.
Climb your ass
Everybody
out.
hop on. Nature provides.
Nature provides.
Nature.
We go to the top and it disappears. Oh, it's so cool.
I'm still summoning Astrid.
What's shame?
Truly inspiring.
Cool reaction to that, yo. Let's take inspiration point away from that. That was very tame. But yes, you now are out of the tower. You see an Ankeg come out of the tower, just bursting its way out. Everyone riding.
Are you okay?
Ignor's help provides.
It's you, Leif.
I
have brought nature from beneath the earth.
I was
Roots
summoning
are
Astrid, and Selune sent a different beast for us. I've yet to find my cat.
Well, it's better than the spiders.
So they're all on top of the
Getting a
tower.
little bit worried you guys were gone for so
Only a couple hours.
Not very
not long at all.
Everyone's just covered in
Probably
he's covered from head to toe
We
in
were on for
mess.
like 7 hours.
I don't
Or
know.
minutes. I don't know how to do it.
A land shark?
Yes, unfortunately, when I tried to attempt to recover reagents from it, it was a
And terrifying.
catastrophic failure.
It
It
smelled
was
from dirt like it was water.
disgusting.
Well, you have
Well, what did you find?
better luck than me next time.
By the tower.
I'm not faulting your skills.
A new one underneath?
Seemed decent.
Tunnels?
There was a big hole.
Who's being dumb, aren't you?
No, I'm saying we found
It was
tunnels.
deep.
Deep hole.
There were, I believe, 2 went in different directions.
There were
It seemed
rocks.
natural, like
Dirt.
the tunnels I saw on the other side when Laurenti and I
More dirt.
went deeper. That was
Yes, there's
lots.
potential there's dragons over there. I just don't know.
And you didn't explore the caves?
Back down.
It is
Get more inspiration to do
unsure
it
how
with.
long they would go.
Selena has called to a party.
No, Leif is right. We have to restore that clinking.
That's right, or something too. What was the mask?
I think it would be. It would cost an exorbitant amount of time to understand the full cavern network underneath these outposts.
Also, there's land sharks. Those are no fun.
Also land sharks. It sounded like there were many of them. I cannot be sure. If
Like
I
a
saw one. Yes, it is what I heard. A trick of the
I
ears.
mean, you travel far off the path, whether it's into the woods or on the ground, dangers await.
It was unclear what is there, but we at least should address Selune.
I agree. We need to learn more about this mask, what it does, who this man is, and
Is there any other business we need to attend
Well,
here?
while we're here, we might as well grab whatever else we can that we left behind last time and then write this place off.
Very well. Well, can't we just go to? Can't we arrive at the temple from here?
I don't
The
know if we're
shortest
prepared. I don't know if we're
distance is me walking to you and not walking down the path, and then coming back up.
I don't
However,
know if we are
Our
prepared for
outpost
that
is on the
journey.
way. Isn't
No.
it?
Yes.
It's
Is it
not.
the other way? Is it the other
The
way?
temple is southeast.
And
from-
you're going- Yeah, you'd be going west to
Oh,
go
never
back
mind.
to your.
I thought my brain was thinking it.
Yep.
I
So-
I
had
believe this great Selune is called this.
Yes, we have the cards for this stuff.
I agree, but people believe this outpost is still overrun by the undead.
No, what I meant is, what do we want to do with the cards?
Yeah, we brought cards.
Even here.
I wouldn't leave our caravan here, but I guess leave the card.
The carts originally were from here
What's
anyway.
the
We
name?
could disguise them.
Well, the caravan's the one that we use to haul things around usually when we get to the outpost with. It's a rather expensive piece of equipment.
Leaf is a caravan.
Like, it's a rather useful and expensive piece of equipment to just toss aside, especially the 2 draft horses that we own that are attached to it.
I believe
True.
the forest has provided magic.
So that's why I was wondering, do we want to just take the caravan with us to the temple, or do we want to run that back
I
to
don't think
the
we need a
outpost?
caravan to the temple because it's in the woods.
How far away is the distance? Are you red post? So actually, you're
So honestly, I think we'd be best served
bodied.
to
Of
leave
many
them back at
bodies.
the outpost, and then,
You could take the caravan back and
well, I don't want to lose equipment that we have that's expensive.
What do we have so far?
it's CR1
Like, we didn't pick up anything else yet.
We didn't take one.
You could return the
It's
caravan,
a new caravan, our caravan
And
that we
then
had with our
turn
horses.
into a
we
more
took, 'cause it's like the same size as the truck.
sturdy creature. Catch up with us because we'll be traveling
For
before.
8
I'm
carts.
turning to it.
We took a 1 cart and a caravan, it's the same as having a 3 cart.
I don't know what makes most sense for travel. Just whatever would give you the stamina and speed.
I thought about one card.
To catch up.
Yeah.
Does
Because
it
you could-
days travel?
I thought we took the
Exactly, and a horse would make
I-
that much faster.
I
So
legit thought.
I believe you're double backing.
I thought that we took the caravan.
You
I
would
thought-
be
I
able
thought
to
we
catch up
took
with us.
Gotca.
And
Because I remember we had 3
Kind of
cards.
plans
Did we
for
take the caravan, or did we just take the
Did we
cart?
take the
We just solved this whole
cards?
thing. Yeah.
We just, there's some
Oh,
it's inspiration drop.
If you guys want to ditch it, we can ditch it, but we're not gonna give
Well,
You have a solution.
There's a solution that might need some DM.
We
Approval.
do not need the gods for this.
Which I need to get. So I
We
can
only need power of.
turn into a horse and carry the carts back with me. One of the carts at least.
Wait, how many cards do you have?
You have 2?
I thought we only had the caravan and the cart, because you had the oxen pulling the cart, and we had our horses pulling the caravan. So I thought we were gonna just,
So I can just summon oxen and get that and kind of get it
we
moving.
can
And
just
then
leave the cart,
shapeshift
the cart doesn't
back to
matter.
catch up to us.
So,
Yeah.
But you man it as a humanoid elf form.
the 1 cart doesn't matter.
Oh.
That was when we
So
got from
we'll-
here, we mended out, we
So
saw
let
that.
our forces,
Lorenza will
unwise.
meet back up with us. She can handle her own, especially in the woods if she needs to.
It is not that far to travel back to the outpost.
And she'll be
It's about
faster
a
than us.
day
And how far is it to Selune?
more. A while.
So are we going to
Let's
that,
do-
now
we
we're
are
traveling
to-
all the way to Selene on foot.
We are
We're
to
going
travel to Selune through the forest without the child of the forest.
And that is the problem that you
The
guys
child
are
of the
going
forest, Willie. Born of the sea?
Child of the tree, forest is many trees.
I
I only
know.
know one tree.
I haven't chosen us, Selune. Come on, guys, I really good with that. She knows we come. She beckons us now.
Be more acquainted with your brothers and
Well, like I
sisters.
said, the forest is never a good place to go, no matter what time of day, no matter who you're with.
Well, she has survived in the forest
I
long
still
enough.
think it stands that we must go back to the temple, but we cannot forfeit what we have accomplished here. We'll let Lorenza take the caravan back, she'll meet up with us, and I believe it would take her 2 days to catch back up. As
Oh,
long as we
great
stay
guys.
on the main path.
What? We're splitting the party.
Well, we can just ditch the caravan, I don't.
The idea is
Yeah.
Lorenza takes the caravan back to the outpost, then shapeshifts into a horse
Or something that moves fast.
to catch back up with us. And the idea is to use inspiration to extend the shapeshift duration for purely travel purposes.
We don't have any inspiration.
Drive inspiration.
You can just ride a horseback.
Well, if we're gonna,
Well, I mean, I can
Go
shape
back
shift into something. That's a
What do you
capability.
do? If we get screwed on
But
combat, we get screwed on.
We go back, we didn't run into anything
We just
that
roll
happened in the
together
first
and
place.
go
We just go back, we drop the shit off, and we head out.
Okay.
let us do this. Out of safety.
True.
Let's go.
Where?
Back to
outpost.
outpost.
You'll drop off
5 or
our
6,
stuff.
whichever one we are
Yeah,
now.
safety.
You know what,
We've
here's a
already-
creative solution because I don't have time for lore thing. It sounds like you guys now have 2 days of downtime you have to figure out. Pretend you brought some books with you, or want to train, want to ask questions. For 2 days you travel and go back. And I will do the fastest combat ever with a single dice roll, see how fuckers you up you get. How about that? How's that sound?
Awesome.
So wait, there, what?
I'm
Success.
my Monty Python version of clearly this is not very exciting for anybody, so you're going to go and come back. And we just spent 2 days.
Okay.
And you have 2 days to spend however you wish to do it with whatever you're doing with your 2 days at the ruins.
Okay, I will do that in Skype later or something. Not worry about it.
Yes. I will pray.
2 days
So-
straight.
A wood sword.
Sure, give a wood sword, bud.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
I'll put our carve celestial runes. You like that? Will you let me do that?
Will you let me do that? You will.
I will tell you, this is my sword.
Can I do it when I'm sleeping?
This one's mine.
This is why you make it special for me.
It's special, it's mine.
Would it be unreasonable to have a monkey as a familiar?
You have a monkey.
Okay.
Natural
I don't-
process.
I don't want to make that decision, but potentially.
I think you brought it up before.
I
You're
did,
thinking
but-
about Roger.
Yeah.
I'm Forrest Pearson.
I'm just not ready.
Yeah, I thought that you were thinking a way of converting it over to something else.
Yeah. Well, it's not there yet. I don't know if it in mind, but it's good to know that it's a possibility.
Yes.
I just carved.
I'm going back into my research topics for the 2 days, so.
You are a quick reader. As a linguist, you could probably get through quite a few of the books you brought with you. I imagine you have light reading, because if you plan on going any further, it's a lot of road.
I'm gonna wait and contemplate the idea of mid versus tie. Who's the greater evil? I don't know. Hopefully, it'll help me in future interactions.
Roll insight.
Bless this leaf. And
Total
it will
of
ignite
17.
Into
Based off your interaction, tie is the greater evil.
Okay.
Like in the outline.
After, like, what would be the thing I could do, like, the quickest amount of, like, farms?
History?
You are.
I have moonlight on my sword.
That works.
You have a lot of books that aren't particularly
I will.
complex, but it's a lot of just absorbing things. So if you want history,
That works. Like, general history, like, with the demons, that kind of stuff, the temple of Selune, everything, that.
Okay.
So, like, relevant
Ben,
to
look at my
what
sword.
we're doing right
yeah,
I'm blind.
you're doing some prep work.
I put there's
now. I don't know
just,
how you do
there's
that.
sparkling.
Is that another
Oh,
natural
no,
one?
it's in the
No, that's a 6, but my add to that.
But there's celestial runes
Raise
glowing in like white, blue, flame on the sword.
What is it?
16 total.
Okay, so DC 15 is pretty respectable. Okay, so you read up on the Selune Temple. For most of the things relating to the nature, you're on the same playing field as, not quite Monry,
I start shaking.
just a little less. So you know that they have been there for a long time. Elves are typically very territorial, with a handful being nomadic. Of the ones in the area, you know the Wolf Tribe, which is typical Selune area, the Fox Tribe, which is typically near Duodecim, the Hawk Tribe, which is nomadic due to the sky. And those are the ones that are immediate in the area.
What was the name of the red panda fox?
A grass fox.
It's like the staff.
You learn a lot about some of the key traits, like mottos of the tribe. Both the fox and the wolf tribes, descending from dogs, are very loyal, fiercely loyal. The hawk tribe typically is not very fickle.
Is it a hawk tribe, not a falcon tribe?
Yeah, it is a bird tribe of some
It's a
sort.
bird.
I think that's what we're gonna start
Bird person.
doing for now. We'll travel around with Brad.
I
We'll
know.
decide on residents like reading Paris.
The idea of having a book that's a walking library.
Yeah, that's.
We still haven't seen
It's like at the walking library.
Actually, we have not seen Phoenix person this season.
It's your reading, it's your Kindle, it's your reading material. All right, two days go back. You've got a wooden sword, which functions as a whatever fucking sword you want. It's made of wood. Monry does his thing. Astra does not appear. Lorenzo returns
If it ignites again,
2 days
that
later.
means the time is short.
How long is it going to take to get to Selune?
A while.
Yeah, like
So-
a journey.
You're looking at over a week on the roads, and then about a day or two in the forest.
Okay. Then, knowing that we were not prepared for that long of a journey, I would have purchased some food, because while I can provide for myself, I don't think they can. So that they have rations. It also just give you guys good berries.
There's a lot of berries.
I figure we have enough money now that we can buy everything we need for like light traveling.
Bart gets you a backpack full of traveling supplies.
It's more if we're gonna be in the woods for a week, and I don't trust your guys' abilities to fend for yourselves for food.
Oh, the Redsha has returned! It's been a long 2 days.
You're a tree?
It's crafted the
He
weapon
comes
of
from
the
Yggdrasil. Yggdrasil is right.
Man, we just tell her how I'm treated.
If he
But
comes
I'll
from
swap my
Yggdrasil,
Selune temple
then
books
he
out
himself
for books
is
on
Yggdrasil.
I'm
demons. and
this
books
means
on
he is
zombies,
capable of
Fair enough.
crafting his own destiny,
which
making
was
his
part
own
of the original
choices,
research topics.
knowing that in his heart, whatever choice he
True.
decides to make would be Yggdrasil's choice.
That is an interesting theory, considering Yggdrasil is a tree of
So while
life,
we're
so
doing
you,
this,
by him living, he is
one
in
thing you would-
essence,
Is it's a
Like,
topic
necessarily
is
tree,
Gigareth, and Gigareth
but yes,
is
it's
a
life.
We're all sort of
infernal
connected in
creature
the same
believed to
flow.
be a devil
Shut out.
Um,
Why not give a name?
that was a major influence in the Second Era
As he
in
wish.
the Warriors. He is
So
known
Iggy.
as
That's
um,
appropriate.
kind of like the Darkness. He's got a lot of nicknames. The Darkness is one of them.
No. Shut up.
Iggy.
Do you still
But-
prefer the monk
But I did bring food,
Yggdrasil?
as we do have a long journey ahead of us, so we have food in case we need
And that is
it.
why Crystallis is seen as a beacon of light, as it's known for its city of lights and crystals. and, and Targaryen specifically being a silver dragon, a very light-based dragon,
One with hope.
they're supposed to be known as the symbol of things against it.
Well,
So
there's no time to waste. I believe it's about a week on the road, and maybe 1 or 2 in the woods.
Do we have a map?
And crystals.
Oh,
Sir,
well, Monterey, do we know that you're involved with Selene?
Oh yeah, I talked about it.
Okay. We'll know when to turn off the road.
okay, good, because I was thinking like how long we should be on the road, how long we should be in the woods.
Ah,
So, like,
I say we go into the woods right now. I like the woods.
How long did we travel on the road? We had to
Oh,
go
do you
together.
prefer-
I spread my arms out and go to like a hut of the woods.
Do you prefer to not travel the woods?
I know the woods can be very dangerous.
My vote would be no woods as much as possible.
If you
What?
know,
I
The roads can
understand.
also be dangerous though, as we've seen.
it's true.
Then
Roads are less dangerous than the woods.
we shall travel the roads until we have
We
to turn
lost
off to-
someone on the road, we did not
No,
lose
we
someone
lost him
in the woods.
We
No.
lost him in the woods. We pulled off to the road and parked in the woods, and that's what we got.
Danger surrounds us no matter where we go. As long as we had
Road,
I believe southeast from
We also
England.
in the woods. I was attacked by spiders twice. We were attacked by, almost eaten by a troll. We were attacked by owlbears. We were also attacked by a tree creature that tried to eat us all.
Maybe
And
you were not
what
trying
I hold
hard
a
enough
piece
to
of fruit in the
survive.
forest. Look at nurtures
I-
us.
No,
Just
no, no.
tap my quarterstaff in the
I
ground
did
as
so
the runes blaze forward, and you know.
I will walk with you
I promise
and towards the
I
front, because I don't know how soon
I
we're going to the woods.
agree.
I'm a bit concerned.
Oh, okay. I think she picked up like bark and reading you know why.
About
I would not
30.
cannibalize myself.
60 feet away.
I-
We'll leave you behind, Rune. Better keep up lest the spiders come out.
I hate all of you currently.
You will not leave from behind.
Hitting the core of his fear.
Joke.
Oh no, I'm twitching like crazy the entire time.
It's getting to spider o'clock, I heard.
Ah, good.
I heard spider was spider. Like literally, as he's walking, you can see fire
did you see
curling
what
around his
happened to
fingers
you
the
there?
entire time he's walking.
A little bit of
Because
mold.
slightest twitch, firebolt is going in that direction.
It's sugar.
It's funny, Rune is sort of he's sort of like a
Coward?
rabid watchdog. I mean, it's good to have him around. He
Paranoid
might
kind
bite
of
someone
person?
up.
Abacus, hyper alert. Actually, Abacus, new alert classification.
good for-
Spider alert.
Spider alert mode!
Spider alert
Doesn't
mode.
know anything.
It goes.
He is great. And for terrified murder.
He's
He is
also good to put us in check.
Leif walks up next
Sometimes I forget the dangers of this world.
Rune,
And
have you seen my
Rune's constant paranoia near Thurtling himself does allow the group to
That's a
be
soul.
aware.
Let me just get the soul. That's a soul.
It has
It's
white,
been wood.
white flaming
That's a soul on fire.
Ah!
Why we
I knew
relate
Oh no, I don't think it's gonna go to
Where'd you
Tuesday.
go?
It's 1 week
Would you
later.
like some food?
Where'd you get it?
Unless it is.
Non-scary forest?
Ah, well,
Am I able to remember from where we are heading to
I'll
Selune
eat
Temple
Yes.
from there?
it's been a great 1 day of traveling, and the sun has gone down. Maybe we should set up camp for the first night on the road.
I would prefer to take watch in the middle of the night when the moon is at its highest.
Selune will not hurt us.
Well, Selene isn't here. So. We'll worry about it.
She is-
Note to
We're
self,
all going
build
down.
golem
She
iron
is
hide.
always here, she'll be in the sky.
Whenever we go in
He
the
knows.
woods,
Into the
There's
woods.
no.
Into the woods and
yeah, that's a new plan
Yeah,
eventually.
Selune's light shines upon us.
I'm gonna build a golem I can hide it whenever we go in the
But
woods.
just as a shield
And I
that
can
protects
just
the
sleep in the
soldier.
golem.
Right here.
I just feel like you just want to
Shield
build a
must remain
golem,
close to the
and I feel like you're
I
finding
should-
excuses to build the
Just
golem.
like Lake
I don't need an excuse to build a golem.
Lake Shield doesn't protect me if I'm all the way over here.
I step over next to him. I will protect.
And now I'm protected.
Who will watch first? And, oh,
I mean, is that what has happened? I feel. We
I will sleep first, as I believe the dangers of night come out later.
Invisibility.
yes, yes.
An
I
hour?
was-
Less?
Yeah.
I can take
Get
the
a little
last
bit of
4
Valerian
hours.
root, and I am.
Well, or no, you're half hour, so you don't have the 4 hours.
Hour, a minute, once.
I'm building that as a 4 hour.
Note to self, pick up the lemons in the next level.
So I will take the last 4 hours because I only need 4 hours of sleep.
I will sleep right now, leaving you two.
So we just
How are you setting up your camp when you set up camp? Is it in the woods? Is it outside the road? How do you sync your defenses?
Did we already start in the woods?
No, we didn't. We are-
You guys got me.
Well, so I'm very curious how you're taking your caravan into the woods.
So it's like road
I
20,
didn't
30
take
feet.
a caravan.
we got rid of the caravan.
Yeah, I say camp around the wood, or around
Yeah, we
the
literally
road.
just walked, or walking the entire
Center
way.
path, off path, I assume off path.
Off path.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Campfire, no fire.
No fire needed, so when they provide you.
Is it a full moon?
Negative,
Nope.
you're correct.
Is it a zero moon?
This is
Nope.
negative moon.
Is it
It's
a
been-
eclipse all day?
So
We have to do the Aurora
It's
Borealis.
waxing crescent.
Ooh, no gibbous?
Not yet. It was a few nights ago. I remember.
And you
It
know
has
what?
officially switched over.
I want to make a monkey tonight.
Make a monkey?
Which means I don't want it to look like a sloth, but he's just more agile now.
Just slap some agility into him?
Yeah.
Roger, I've learned new things!
Can I give him the keystone to make it more agile?
Just like Diablo, just here you
I
go,
was thinking
right in
more
your
like a
forehead.
vision type thing, like
Put it right in his
forehead.
Are you making a mini you?
No.
So you got first one?
Yes.
Like, are you?
It's not part of me. You establish this. It's part of the ebb and flow. Of
So yes, Roger eats your gem and becomes a monkey.
Whatever one you guys want me to have.
He eats a gem.
One,
I mean, it's
two,
still there. It's
Although I
he's
am casting
take it right out of
spell
him.
over the area,
Big bird.
so that'll be up, and I'm making it audible.
slowly eats it
to
every
everyone.
night.
Of course, the audibleness is like somebody yelling alarm, like in Austin Powers,
Okay.
Alarm.
like just screeching alarm.
Where can you describe what you're doing as far as where this alarm spell is? 'Cause-
In the area around where we're sleeping.
Okay.
Hope
So-
he has to go piss.
So
The
Just
trigger
pee
of
close
this, like,
by.
there's a tree and like a bush in the inside the area. We're
There's a
fine.
pee zone. You're fine.
Like there's a latrine area that is the latrine area is covered.
Okay. As long as these things are known.
It is.
Important facts.
Alright, watch order 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or.
Well, yeah, because I only need to transfer 4 hours.
Okay,
So I
1 and
really,
2, I'll take 3, you can keep sleeping, and take the rest.
Yeah.
Or I'll be up with you.
So I'm dreaming up something crazy.
Night passes.
got this
They're good.
crazy dreams. Yeah.
We
And that-
continue this way.
You continue.
Oh, thank you, Mark. So I've been thinking more about high and mid.
Day 2 of your long journey.
Which one's the more evil one?
The priestesses at the Selune temple will have further insight for us, I'm sure.
In my experience, people who are religious are usually biased towards their God and not towards the reality of the situation.
True. What was your point?
I never saw.
They might not have the answer. They might have their answer.
Also, are we to
Very
trust
good.
their opinion? Are we to form our opinion based on their?
No,
No.
I would take an approach much like Rune. We are to make our judgments based on fact.
well,
be a first.
the only facts we have come from information report, which could be skewed by those who tell it. So we have a skewed report from the man himself, then we must have a balancing skewed report from the priestesses.
Well, we have a skewed report from the man himself, but we also
It's just a little bit skewed.
know Kai isn't the most liked person in the country. Or
I do not know
World?
much of this.
He's a dick. That's fair.
Just saying, while we walk for a day.
Your day walks, your camp does, and now you're on day 3.
Oh,
We continue in this direction.
Weather has just been phenomenal.
Hasn't rained.
It has
It's been nice. It's been like a nice autumn
Selune
weather.
is welcoming us into her grasp.
That is, he's pointing at trees.
Have we woodsed yet?
I'm sorry?
Have we gone to the woods yet? Are we into the woods?
No.
No.
It's about 2 more days before you hit the off-road requirements.
How many more days?
You know,
5.
some of the monks believe that everything has a spirit and a name. Even this staff and this table.
Well, technically, most things have a true name, which will give you power.
Name.
We're assuming we would
I
ever
was
learn it.
naming stuff as you
Like
say.
Even this rock
Note, do you
here.
notice it? Does anything seem
Every
familiar as
blade
we're
of
walking?
Do you
grass.
think all things have a spirit?
Rocky.
It's
Says
an
no.
idea that was held where I did wildlife
I
training.
didn't forget.
I wouldn't say I held myself.
What
Travel
is
like
your idea?
I think all living things are connected in one large stream of life.
This seems unlikely.
Sounds possible. The forest has many streams.
It does.
Stream of life, stream of forest. I like it.
It could be possible, but there are things that happen on one end of the forest that have zero effect on the other end.
Your 4th
And there are
day
things
comes the
even
nice
beyond the
mist,
forest,
Ooh,
which are
that's
not-
nice.
a light fall rain.
Would a desert be connected with the forest? Yeah. How so?
Someone has come before us to die, and they must be
But
Ladies fully grasping what's going on here, but
But
I
does it-
appreciate
a desert doesn't mean that a forest was killed. It just
Well,
means
the forest could never have been
different.
there in the first place.
I wouldn't say a desert has a life energy, but the creatures within it would.
Well, life energy, but you had suggesting those creatures are connected to the forest creatures, despite being on opposite ends of the world.
What about water
The,
creatures?
the energy that we all have within us is given to us. And when our time is up, it returns to the stream. Be one.
Like me.
Just like it.
Who's to say we go to a stream? Why not some go to a stream, some go to a mountain, some go to the sea?
It's simply a metaphor, Monterey.
But you are placing a metaphor in higher regard if you explain it to me. So.
I can't say I know the answer 100%. I just choose what makes the most sense to me.
I'm
Yeah,
walking
yeah,
into a
yeah.
tree trying to understand what's going on.
I'm merely grasping
You,
the concept.
you're one with that tree. Remember.
Brothers sometimes.
On your
Tree
5th
is one
day,
with you.
Oh,
you run across a caravan. Yes, by several days.
Something rickety this way comes.
do they seem?
It appears to be a human leading horses, pulling a caravan with 2 more in tow.
We're in the woods and we ran across a caravan?
Nope, we're on the
We're on
the road still.
We haven't left. We haven't gone to the woods yet. But it's why we haven't been casually attacked by things.
How do we?
We decided not to.
I assume you were the one to refer to it more.
How far away?
120 feet.
I guess a better question to ask.
Huh?
I start waving.
You start.
No, yeah,
We're
definitely.
behind them, right?
The real
Or
question
are
is,
they approaching us?
what could be
Well, you're on opposite
Look at
sides of the
me.
road.
perceived
Perceived.
for a
You
time?
said there's
Coming
3
towards us,
people.
walking towards us.
Like definitely now,
Gotcha.
so far.
Right. And these
Oh,
are
no.
clothing and attire.
Yeah, 120 feet, clothed and attired.
Cool. We will walk towards, and I will wave.
Can
Oh,
we?
wait,
Can I
wait.
tell their reactions
I've
are? Do
already
they
been-
seem to be
Well,
reacting
people keep
friendly
waving.
or
See
tensing
how
up?
nice they are.
At 120 feet, you cannot.
And we're very nice, aren't we?
They appear to be existent, and they're not. Do not appear to be drawing weapons.
And they continue to move forward.
One holds up a hand.
Oh, great.
They
I'm walking.
they're 60 feet.
Let's just walk past them and don't engage them in conversation.
I'm going to move Note kind
Yes.
of out of their gaze a little bit so they don't
That's a-
see him as much because I know he
Note,
passes.
I assume, is always 10 to 20 feet off of the road hunting. them.
That's fair as well.
Okay.
As the caravan draws close, I'll just say hello, and I will
And
not stop as if to stop them. But
okay. Human front, well dressed with others. Raise a hand too. Says hello.
We wish you safe travels on your journey.
You as well. You definitely tell the guards are a little bit more on edge, seeing a non-caravan group of an elf, an old man in robes, a noble, a gnome,
I'm so fancy.
a green half elf, a group of adventurers as they pass by.
Why don't you keep going? You gotta go to temple soon.
We're fine. Everything's fine.
So I look around.
Everything's fine.
In case it's an open-ended caravan.
Ron's Bastion is very accepting. In case you need to.
Who's got proficiency with perception?
Nobody.
I don't think. Yeah, I don't think.
There are 0 checks then.
No.
Yeah, I don't have proficiency.
I should make it
I
It's
have-
one of those things where it's like, you know, your wisdom base, you'll probably have it. I'm not gonna take it.
You're
And
with
so-
it. You'll probably have it.
I know.
I'm not gonna take it. Oh! I'm an old man, but eyes are going. I don't have
I
it.
have good perception, but I'm not proficient in perception.
Yes, and he does not. He has advantage on it. He does not have the skill. Okay.
Otherwise, I'd have plus
Then
7
the
to
caravan
perception.
continues on its way on that 5th day.
Good.
What an eventful day.
Good encounter.
It was
Like,
our slave caravan. We didn't
see,
know
you're
about.
just being a caravan. We're not going to engage this.
That
This is
caravan was
movement.
slowly
Keep
in.
going.
I'm just gonna roll like, and you resolve the temple.
And
20. Good job, guys. It's
there are
extra
some days at
experience.
the temple where we.
By the way, you had the best combats. Beat every single one of them.
I'm very strong in the forwards.
But there were days at the temple where we wouldn't say a word to each other.
That does not sound like fun.
You feel as though that you've learned a lot and then forgot a lot. It was a growth. It was a great time. It was inspiring. You got 2 inspiration points out of it.
Oh.
It's like idle RPG.
What?
I don't know.
Good.
Continue.
Yeah, keep going.
On the 6th day, it rained.
Oh,
Oh.
man, well, that was just rude.
That should be all of you. Prestidigitation.
Just constantly drawing yourself.
Like that's your
I
Like an
have
umbrella?
as a cantrip. I can cast it as many times as I feel like it.
I'll just walk in the rain a little cold.
I have
Sometimes,
continuous prestidigitation keeping me dry. Thank you very much.
sometimes it's important to suffer, to
No,
feel the worth of what it's like to wear dry clothes.
I'm walking normally.
I don't like to wear dry clothes right
This
now.
is nature. This is fine.
The rain is, yes, natural.
This is horrible. And it's
No,
bad
The
to-
sky itself.
At least there's no spiders yet.
These are
That is one of the bright sides of this horrible trip so far.
All right. If your name is not, if you're not ruined, makes a Constitution saving throw. Lorenzo, you can roll with advantage.
oh my.
I'm using blue dice because it's chilly. Unless it's poison rain. Oh god.
Acid rain.
We're not in Australia, are we?
Acid, rain, yeah.
18.
Ooh, natural 1.
Like 5.
Okay. With the exception of Rune and Laurentia, you all appear to have caught cold and suffering from a point of exhaustion.
I was about suffering so you can enjoy dry clothing, man.
Nope. I will enjoy it when it makes. When I've truly suffered. This is nothing. First level exhaustion is disadvantage on ability checks.
Correct. You will have that until you,
Sleep. Right?
huh?
And then until you like.
Generally sleep. In this case, it'll be until you get to a waypoint. This is travel fun.
Mm.
It's like you have a point of exhaustion until.
Until the next die roll! Okay. The rain leads up into the night, giving a clear sky.
Look at all this tension
Yeah.
that was created
I will
and then
take
dissipated
all
in
my clothes
seconds.
off, except like an old, typical old man, like,
Oh,
like on off wrap, yeah. Down there.
God.
You see, he's very, emaciated, but with sinewy muscle and all the tattoos covered, like neck. Actually,
It's
head.
a really bad mental picture.
He's like, what is that?
And he's just, like,
Who's that?
flapping around,
Roshi.
hanging
He's like,
over
he's like
the
Master
down in the
Roshi.
sun.
That's how I imagine him as.
I'm thinking Melisandre,
with the
but
beard
man
that
version.
kind of covers
Oh.
most of it.
Yeah. That's where my brain went.
I'll lean into Rune while we're sleeping. The temple was not uncommon for some of the elders to disrobe completely. It's not something I miss.
I don't envy your childhood.
I started wringing out my crotch cloth.
Oh.
I'm not taking it off.
Please do that. I was in cover somewhere. There's trees everywhere. You don't have to do it.
Later,
not
later
sure.
ignores
Do not
all of you. I just start looking at it and
You
trying to
don't
match
have, you
to
don't
my
have to
sword.
do it in like plain view of everyone.
This one is
And I'm judging.
There's growth
I
and
just-
suffering.
Ben.
Suffering.
There's growth and suffering.
Meanwhile, I'm like sitting there just going,
I just think-
I can't get any more insane than we ever had.
I will sleep in the buff tonight while my robes dry out. Not in the buff. I still got my. Sorry, my old my
Your man diaper.
Can you just tell them to
My
clean
cloth-
yourself so that no one has to see
Your
you?
viper, if you will.
I will do no such thing. These are words of Selune herself. I will not cover them up for the sake of your eyes.
Don't you these blur certain parts of yourself? They do.
What's your watch order?
Should be the
No,
same
it's
as
gonna
it's
be
been
1,
before.
2, 3, 4. Rune doesn't watch.
That works.
Done.
Alarm
And I can take 4
crouch
hours.
down
So that
behind a
works.
tree.
I'll take the first 4.
1, 2,
So
3.
1, 2, 3,
These two don't.
4.
And
Yeah.
then this is
Just 1, 2,
why I
3.
watch
Go.
Leave.
Sleep time.
During your watch. Everyone's asleep. Except for you.
Amazing.
Abacus as a spiral.
Except for Abacus, the alarm spell, Mordecai's faithful watchdogs, and
As
Lee.
soon as I get that level.
Jason.
I'm giving names to rock.
Gotcha.
I see James.
As you give a name to a rock, a small creature hops on top of it. It is white. It has 4 legs, a head with 2 ears, and a tail. It is approximately cat-sized.
The forest cat has returned to me. Thank you.
It sits, paws in sitting position. It looks at you. Its tail lightly flicking back and forth.
Welcome back.
It meows at you. It purrs. And it stays by your side during your entire watch. Monri, you're immediately up after. You see Astrid is currently snuggling up with Leaf there.
Ah, she has returned to me. She has. And she has chosen well. Your acceptance has leaders, so your one has shown that nature will come to you. We are in nature. Yes. And yet more natural things are beckoning to your presence. That's how nature works.
How's that sleeping doing? How are your dreams?
What are you dreaming of?
Chanting.
Two
I'm
elves?
trancing.
No, boring. I'm flying.
She's like, look at me.
Oh yeah, first thing in the temple is mastering lucid dreaming. And boy,
I imagine I'm just seeing like the woods in a different light.
I'm just dry and not.
It's just dry.
Pretty nuts.
Definitely not sick. You got dry with
I think I was the last walker.
Prestidigitation.
Second to last.
I'm waking up to the review.
Yeah, if anyone had asked about it, either me or him could have easily dried clothing after the rain was over.
Nope, he got naked.
I'm
That is-
trying to let people
I
know.
hung it up, it'll dry it, and nature will dry it. I
You guys told me to put these on, so I just leave it on all the time. I never take it off.
First step from hypothermia.
Dress me in clothes, and you're like, this is what has to happen, okay.
It's true. I was
Can
naked.
just imagine the dry rot that's gonna happen.
There's so many bad mental
Just
situations.
imagine
I take
you're
off my
like
watch.
a little
I'll
slave person.
talk with Astrid.
You
Okay.
have to kill them. Well, because
Alright.
after that point,
Astrid
he's
seems
done
more
it.
apt to speak in a non-dickish meows.
Yeah, after you swatch, we finished our watch because it's
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
4 or
I thought-
6, 8,
Okay.
right?
He's the final watch
Oh, he is the final watch. I'm sorry, you are the final watch. Just
Yeah.
kidding.
because you have to do an additional 2 to count for the people that are staying up for 2 hours. So
Right.
effectively, you have 4 2-hour shifts.
So Rune's just super
Rune,
rested.
just yeah.
always.
I was not put on watch, so
It feels like a tactical decision to not put you on
it
watch.
never ends well when I'm on watch anyway, so
It's true. So Astrid is inclined to laze around.
I will pray with her. And sometimes when I pray, I'll do that like Constantine thing when I'll hold her face and like stare in her eyes.
And she does the whole entire like, I'm totally indifferent.
Show me the truth. Oh, okay.
Would I have any
I think
time
I got
during
something there.
downtime to read through my e-books?
Huh?
Would I have any time during the downtime to read?
Yes, because technically you don't have a watch. You've got time to just give no fucks and read.
Cool.
So you're getting a couple hours of reading every single long rest. So that's what he's getting out of it.
First.
By yourself.
Perfectly
I
valid.
would be thoroughly distracted in my watch.
We know where we stand.
Right,
Yeah.
so how fast are
Every other time I've been watching it has disastrous results. So
That is
Yeah.
fair.
they? I will also be creating images
So
like of, Rune dancing on top of sleeping.
So the things you'd have learned during your reading of the demonic books is that Giggurath itself, himself, was fought against Bahamut in a huge war against angels or celestials, infernals, and dragons were involved. But Bahamut definitely sided with celestials, and it was said that Giggurath was the last to fall to end the war. But he is very resentful.
I don't need little.
And is a persistent force as part of ending the war that he wishes to return. Is a constant threat. It is repeated that he is a constant threat.
It's gotta be.
And that a dragon, Targ, has stayed behind to keep watch over him.
A dragon what?
Named Targ. Stayed behind to watch over him in case he was going to make good on his promise.
So one dragon stayed behind until it had to make the rest.
Correct. Or the Celestials.
Tard. I think Tard with a G.
Yes.
Or Tard with a
Targ.
Okay, that's what I thought. Making sure. This named a Tard.
So good dragon is watching over?
Yes. Targ was a good dragon.
Targ was what type of dragon?
He was silver.
What happened to Barak?
He is back at the outpost.
Because
He's
the
bound there.
Bart didn't like the fact of him being loose, so I gave Bart the binding rune, and he has now bound him to our house, the outpost.
Sounds like slavery.
Yep, it does.
Yeah,
With extra steps.
With extra steps. This sounds like slavery with extra steps.
Was it
We're bounding an evil.
So it's gonna be. So the Chrysalis was like, oh, this is an internal energy box. Swim with it.
Alright.
Okay. Lord drop aside. The final day puts you within the outskirts of New Haven. New Haven is a small township, primarily a waypoint between going to other locations such as Duodecim and Nexus.
If we wish to stop for something other than rations, I have done many fortunes here.
Yes.
Some of the locals know we could get a hot meal if anyone is so inclined. Or we could push on this a little.
Helped you find that those in the rain.
That could be done.
I'm gonna grow one somewhere.
Let us take a brief detour to
Learn from this.
find a hot meal, and then we'll be on our way. We will not dally with.
Okay.
Doesn't mean dally. Dog.
The inn itself is quite nice. The proprietor says it is a newly renovated inn. The second floor is quite nice.
Our last campaign had it burned to the ground by accident. So it wasn't.
I remember a fire.
Yeah, you would remember this. That it was definitely attacked and half of it was burned, half the city was burned.
It was difficult to overcome. Many fortunes needed to be righted. Many were concerned. It was actually very good business
It's a
for me.
flash
People
mob.
wanted
It's
to know
like,
what was going to
we're
happen.
going to
them.
die. So Monry is a local favorite. No one charges you for meals. No one charges you for stay.
Destroyed.
They charge basically
I'll do
entertainment.
some palm reading.
Yeah. Like a local celebrity, folk hero kind of deal.
I tell everybody whatever they want to hear. That's my go-to.
And they believe you, and you pay for them in hope. Is there anything else you wish to do in New Haven while you're there?
Their magic shop in there?
There is not. There's a general store which has basic reagents. It is not quite that advanced.
As a metagame thing, how is the grape?
He's He's only working a single shift now, so he's back to just being a gravekeeper.
I would like to get 200 feet of rope.
General store gets you 200 feet of rope.
Very smart. Now we have 400 feet.
So we're stuck in a 600
I say
foot
we
drop.
double down, everyone gets at
Still-
least 500,
I think we just need
just to
to
cover our
rankings of heavy rope.
I really want some soup.
They give you the best soup,
You get
Roger,
lots of
feed-
food.
which the best soup is like complete crap. It's like gruel. It's warm.
But
Oh, right, because we don't have him cooking anymore.
He's gravekeeper now, right?
but days of suffering
Zell.
have showed me that the soup tastes so good.
Actually, you're right. He's still there.
No, he.
Oh, he went poof. That's right. He's not there. God, that's 2 years of knowledge to pull back.
Come on, Dickie.
Yep. They tell stories of the great cook they once had as they serve you the soup.
His name was Zell. He was annoying as fuck.
Yeah, we just do that. Like clean things, like make lights and little
It could
sounds.
it could taste this. No, no.
The children are very fascinated with
Wait,
Leaf.
prestidigitation can change the flavors of things?
Welcome.
They go to play with Leaf. They give him like a ball, and then they play. They go tag, and they run away.
We should like, I'll just like make sure.
I grab one as a treasure.
Start screaming.
What? Why did you hit me?
It's
Constant nightmares.
Okay, hold on. So I'll press
It's when you touch somebody, and then you run, and after 10 seconds you go chase them. So they teach you how to play tag.
So I press digitation
And I push him over.
And he just falls. Charles starts crying.
Oh no.
He's
I
bullying.
lay on hands like 10
Right.
He's bullying. I made soup. So.
Outside in the background, like really small in the background, you just see like the Drax equivalent of like just being like pushing children down. Clearly, I win.
Ben, they've taught me how to play tag. Would you like to play?
Oh god, suffering is growth.
I'm zapping his soup so it tastes like chicken soup now.
Cool. You can tell because you can't
But
smell.
slightly off.
I run into the inn and
Like
push
it
Ben off the
tastes
stool.
like it tastes
Ben,
slightly
you've been
off and
tagged.
you can't replace
Oh my
mine.
I'm the winner!
In the background, Monry is just doing fortunes. Like you'll be greeted by a strange man. Leaf just comes in, pushes Ben off the table.
I just think back to when we used to not talk at all. No words.
I've beaten Ben. Laurentia!
Yes?
We learned to play tag. Are you ready?
Oh, am I?
Tag!
Oh,
And
God.
I run out the inn.
So a stubby dwarf
I'm just like, if I get knocked over, like,
walks in to investigate the child being destroyed.
Get on this game of tag.
I hear that you're trying to play a game of tag. Are you good for the tag master?
there were tales told of it.
Tales told of the Grandmaster Tagger.
I never thought he would come. But now he's the
It's just a quick pickup game. Oh my god.
The greatest adventure of the world, tag.
Expertise in tag.
Tag expertise.
He's really just like running and hitting people.
The dwarf actually approaches Laurentia. Do I know you, lass?
Doubtful.
He looks over your leathers for a moment. Where are you from?
The woods. Where are you from?
The ground.
Good.
Takes out a flask.
Alright. Cool.
Hmm.
Don't know you. Sorry.
Elves.
Hmm.
He waddles away.
Dwarves.
Strings.
Walks away normally.
You know him. He is the sheriff.
Sheriff, would you care for a fortune? Stay a while.
Listen!
You're identifying things for me.
So, his name is Thalin. So Thalin comes over and is like, I will. Takes his...
What will it be today? Would you prefer the palm, the cards, or the bones?
let's go with the cards. I like the cards.
Cards it is.
Cards it is.
Man of refined tastes, it seems.
As he drinks, I was like,
And all
yeah,
the-
with this will. No.
Salt taste.
The salt of the earth.
Moved on.
Alright, I'll do the cards, I'll get my performance on.
Anytime. A lot of birds.
I'm reading my books.
I'm gonna do this the second time,
But
three
he
for me,
waits
right?
till
So
they
I got
die
plus.
naturally, you
Right.
can't kill them.
Right. I mean, it's
10.
Okay.
far better than the practice of
I will say
examining the
something along the
entrails
lines
and as
of-
a freshly sacrificed.
Times may
It's a
seem
brutal
quiet, but in the
But they
dull-
might be unquiet to the time before times.
In the dull silence, you will hear a faint whisper, something that beckons an attention that only you could provide.
I know what's special. Who's the elf from Selune?
She is another one from out of the forest. A little more savage than myself, obviously, but she has quite the refined connection with the woods.
Interesting. Do we need to keep the little ones away from her?
Tag!
She would not.
Do I need to keep the big one away from her?
He may seem quite large, but he is himself a child, merely learning, unaware of his own capabilities.
Clearly.
I'm sure growing up you were big for your age, quite strapping.
Oh, yes! The best beard of all the lands.
I'm sure. It's intimidating even now. I find myself falling in comparison.
He laughs.
But I assure you, she means no harm.
I could have sworn I've seen a lass just like her before. Must be this. He just starts drinking.
All elves look alike. Even I can admit such a thing.
So true! We nod. There's like Astrid in the background, just like. Okay. You get a good night's sleep. You get some good food and you get food in you. Hot food in you. That's right.
I prestidigitation, I made it taste
No,
almost
I-
exactly like chicken noodle soup, but slightly off. You have no idea why.
It's like it may or may not be chicken.
Prestidigitation cantrip is no mystery. Alright, I like that. And I turn it back to shitty flavor.
It's
And I'm gonna get through this and I'm gonna be a better person.
Alright,
And I appreciate the sentiment rune, but
least mental age goes up a couple years while playing tag.
I keep prestidigitation
you
with
read.
smells and sounds around you while you're sitting over there.
it's fine. I tune it out.
Just make it worse.
I told you, there's fun to be had, yes.
I'm walking around with my displacement
Yeah,
kitten to see if he recognizes anything.
Gain an appreciation when you're not always the target.
So let me make sure it's clear.
Yes.
You're entering the town with no tag. Well then, Valen's got some serious questions.
That's
Do you need to put like bows on it or something? You know,
It's like Sylvian.
how innocent he is. He's got a pretty bow on his neck.
To use a point
Get him
of
like a
key
sweater vest.
to go into a sort of meditative state, just to block out all external stimulus right now.
Done.
I just want to eat my soup. I'm just doing a sound.
I have
that
one
I can hear.
moment alone from you.
Just want to eat my soup. My shitty soup, please.
Going back to my
Alright, so Note's in there.
Yeah, so Note is in the town.
Because she needs to show him new areas to see if he recognizes anything.
So while the captain of the guard continues to bullshit with you, and he is much less uptight than most. He's just kind of like, I've got alcohol, I'm in the boondocks. There happens to be a beast here that hasn't eaten the children yet. Should I be concerned about this? Meanwhile,
Yes, you can very concerned.
What?
he's dwarf. He's not the
You
most.
should always be concerned when a large apex predator is
He's kind of like the person you pulled out of the bar and said you're sheriff. So
I'm walking around
yes. So actually,
trying to see if he recognizes anything.
Note does stop at a local smith, and he sits, and he stares, and the smith is just freaking out that
That's fair.
it's like ding. Like, am I just something I should stop doing? Am I upsetting your cat, miss?
Do you recognize this?
And British Note says,
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
I do. I remember.
Making people feel flattered, happy.
A smithery.
Was it this smithery?
No. And then he goes to a signpost. A long signpost. And he puts his paw against it. And he starts pushing the signpost and starts.
Wait, why read this at first?
It seems familiar.
The signpost? Or just signpost in general?
The post. And he whacks it one more time and it comes down.
Instruction by the power.
And the smith just like, ding!
Like, do I notice? I'm gonna look at
God.
the signpost. I'm sorry. He's trying to remember things. I'm sorry. I'll fix that. I'll get that fixed. I'll give you money. What fixes this?
Money works.
Huh?
Buy something. We'll do a nice upcharge.
Okay. What do you have?
I mean, it's a smith, so common metal goods.
What's a small trinket I could purchase?
Sure. He overcharges you for a small necklace.
How much does he charge me?
Charges you with gold. That's a lot.
1 gold.
Yeah.
Okay.
Charges you money, but you don't know really. We got enough.
I'm like, you want one of these? Okay. So that's okay. That's fine.
Note takes the signpost in his mouth and begins to carry it around.
All right. So this is ours now.
Roll insight.
Yeah,
So,
right.
with all
This
the
is-
background
this is
shenanigans, and since
See this?
Yeah, what's
well, you're playing tag, so you'd see this.
Okay, so I like see her go to a thing.
You see Note is like just playing the astrid and then just takes out a signpost, and now he's carrying the signpost in his mouth.
9. I did not do
Nope.
that in my insight.
Am I still talking with the sheriff?
Yes, you're basically like, this is totally normal, as in the background, he's just like,
Yeah.
destruction of property.
It doesn't look
Yeah,
like
it was paid for, of course.
As
Good thing has tagged the sign, it is losing.
I'll go.
What other elves do you think she would be? Were there other elves in the town?
no, not for some time.
What was the last one that came to mind? Looking for another village?
Yes, we need more for tag.
Trying to remember what she looks like, actually.
Don't play tag.
Don't you have red hair?
I go look
It's like, she had red hair. Something about the markings. They weren't quite the wolf. Used to the wolves.
Oh, yes.
I hold up my July.
Selune, yes. Or the moon. But no, I see the moon, but I don't see the wolf on her leathers. So either she's a complete savage, or she's from a different tribe. And she hasn't, well, except for the sign.
We must allow some pardons for savages on some level.
She seems.
I assure you, she does not.
The blacksmith is freaking out. Like the blacksmith seems found. He's just like, I'm not okay with this. Like he seems fine.
Rowan is just chuckling while he's reading as he hears you saying this stuff. He knows exactly how she'd react to it, and it's great.
I believe as far as other typical elves that would come in here and create destruction and chaos, she's doing fairly well.
Yes.
As he says that, I run between all of them and tag Rune off its chair.
It's like reading a book. It's boom.
Road, you've been tagged.
And I run away.
What the hell?
Don't even know.
Hold on.
Growth through pain.
What is tag?
You're it, Road, don't lose. You'll
What
get
was
lost.
it? What is
Oh my
it?
gosh.
What is tag? What are you
Can
talking
we-
about?
Tag.
Has anything else extraordinary happened that I have not foreseen?
They have not
Tag
seen.
encounter.
I'm ready.
Roll to
He
tag.
kind of laughs because he's a bit of an older dwarf. He's got a little salt and pepper in his beard. He's like, no.
Who's
He
it?
thinks for a moment. Past the burning. The burning happened.
He's like,
Nothing
"All
since the
right."
burning.
Of course.
Tag.
Alright, you know what?
wasn't very
Have a historian. Don't strike him.
In that case, I'm glad all seems well.
I'm sending Owl after you.
I'm gonna send your monkey to.
We are traveling to the temple of
I stand like a tree and wait for the owl
They
to
are
land on me.
I told him.
He thinks, wait,
He doesn't
Get out
know.
of here.
no.
Creature of the forest.
Do you count Ty passing through as a thing?
You're kind of
Destroy me.
Ty Targaryen, the big prick.
I have heard many a tale. I have never set eyes on the Dragonborn myself. What comes to mind?
Him, few hundred soldiers going north. Didn't stay long, thank God.
They passed
Thank the
through.
gods.
How did a humble but respectable town like New Haven accompany such a large force?
We didn't.
They simply passed through?
No, they pretty much did whatever the hell they wanted.
Unfortunate.
Yeah,
Such is the ways of high war.
Oh yes. It's like, this is clearly my town. I'm like, I just shut myself in the constable's thing and just locked the door. One less keg that day.
Likely the smartest course.
I live.
When Ty himself, did you set eyes on him?
Actually not. Big fucker.
Yes, sir. I've heard. Yes. And when he came through, his demeanor, I've heard he treats people relatively harshly.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Any of our fair local people catch
No.
the brunt of that?
The town, from what I could tell, survived well. He beat up mostly his own people, it would appear. Yeah.
Why would a man do that for? Especially
I didn't ask him.
I would not blame.
About halfway through the cask, I was like, well, that seems like a man I don't ask. Hey, sir, excuse me, you appear to be beating the shit out of your own men. And I was like, well, no.
I was merely curious. Your insight, being a man of the law, having some martial prowess at your side. If you could have, does that seem typical for a leader of soldiers?
Well, it was a big host. Maybe it was to keep the peace with his own ranks. I don't know.
Did they come off as a particularly unruly bunch?
Oh, yeah. Sell swords, cutthroats, a few well-disciplined soldiers in the mix. It's Targaryen bloods, very disciplined people. But most of them, cutthroats.
So, a formidable host, yet lacking a true army's capability.
I
See. Anything else peculiar that stand out to you about that incident?
No. I went back to my drinking.
Again, a smart man.
Many, many more years ahead of me. Not enough ale.
Yes. Well, I trust you shall not drown by next time I see you. Yes.
It's going back for another flat.
Oh.
Okay, cake.
I got it in town.
Okay, you got some town cake. So evidently they suck at providing soup, but they provide cake.
They do provide.
Let them eat cake.
Let them eat cake. Yeah.
It should have been better when Ben was
Ben's back to suffer. So morning will come.
Ben chooses to suffer.
Ben chooses to suffer. Ben is no longer suffering. Those of you who are sick, which was everyone effectively except for you two, no longer sick. Morning comes. It's nice, misty morning. A little bit of mist on the ground, giving you bad memories.
We shall depart early.
And this is where you branch off and go to the forest.
Yes. Before I leave, I will do my customary illusions of a funny beast dancing for the children.
Of course, the morning show. They're all waiting for it.
Like a very small dancing
Well-
bear with 5 eyes and pink fur.
It's a beholder bear.
While we were sleeping, I'm going to be investigating the
I'll be good to
post that has now been.
Oh, I will definitely jump right there. I
Okay.
will dance with all three of you.
Before we go in the woods,
And then I
So
will
roll
turn there
insight.
into
Actually, roll investigation.
someone who is right down the middle, half
So-
you and half you.
That's a
standing
nat
between.
20.
So when you investigate the post, you notice a few things. It is about as long as the post that you found. That was his gravestone.
And I pass my hand through it. And then it becomes interest.
I have the pole with me.
You have
All the kids
the
go.
pole that
No,
was
I'm saying like I have the wood pole with me. I feel like-
the one he just purchased. Yes, the one he just
No,
got.
I mean the one that is his gravestone.
No, it's huge.
Oh, it's huge. Oh, so it's huge. Oh, okay.
It's like 2 by 4 by like 4 to 5 feet tall. It is not small. It is like a beam.
It does not
Gotcha.
have vibrant anymore.
It appears to be that the thing that you took from his grave that released him was a signpost of some sort.
Okay. I see where this is going.
we're going in the woods.
Okay.
They're getting like a
Oh, I see.
thick, like, traveling
So this
cloak
is
and throwing that
Texas sheep cake. So you
There's-
Stumble forward.
the icing is very rich, so be aware.
It is very. It's like freaking like brownies.
So,
But almond.
completely bundling it.
Oh
As a
yeah.
heads up.
Into the woods.
It goes down, obscures his face and everything.
Assassin's Creed.
We dance with kids.
What? Nice segue. Assassin's Creed with the kids. Dancing bears.
Does the town
Dance with
have
my-
any poison remedies, like poison cure?
Yes.
I would like
It is sugar?
get some.
Yeah, you like kids.
Okay.
Oh, I just think so.
Yeah. Basic.
You're like, we're just gonna hold you off to the
So-
side, sugar.
They're about gold-ish.
Take the solid.
Poison remedies.
I give them 10 because I don't
You don't know it's money. It's like here's a
It's
bag.
like I have this.
You're like, that seems like the right
Will this
ratio of
buy
sugar
me
to
your
no
entire
sugar.
stock of poison supplies? And they're like, sure.
Thank you.
Who gave Leif money?
Leif came across money. I need money. I just took his purse. There you go. Coins.
There was a lot of money in the carts, and
And
I
it's
was
just like candy
Is this how
on
I
the
buy
side.
coins? And I just started putting it in my pockets. I only took 30 gold.
It is intense for us.
It is.
Oh, sure.
I just totally did.
Do
Okay.
Selune.
I just gonna mark it. Yeah.
Remember on the road, I will start telling you.
Because I kept the gems that were left in a bag because they were backup for it if we needed it. Instead of selling them off, we have like collateral if we need it. The gems that we had left over, instead of selling those off, I just figured we should keep them as collateral in case we need them for like bartering or anything else. Like
That's typically how gems are used.
They work great for wineries. Sad to say.
I'll figure we carry, yeah, one at a time, we carry a bunch of gems on us, and we carry like large bags.
Don't steal from the
Right.
to get
So
away
I
from it.
figure we carry the gems with us as a form of currency that we have on us instead of having to carry
Sachets of gold, yeah, or coin, metal, yes. It is very useful.
until we get a bag of holding, which is on the list of like first magic items we should probably try to obtain somewhere.
Laurentia, I must admit, when in town, I feel it necessary to play to people's certain biases. And
That was hilarious.
in full disclosure, I did speak very negatively about your race to others as a way to foster a kinship.
Isn't it also part of your race?
Yes, it is. And I say many things I do not believe, but sometimes it is something people like to hear. It puts them at ease. I had to say these things so that you would feel more comfortable with your presence in this house.
It's okay, I'm used to being looked down upon as an elf.
Also, we kind of had to explain how the
And
cat
skeptical.
tore down a sign.
I have.
He was curious.
Yes, that is.
We are all equal in the game.
Generally frowned upon though. So generally large apex predators tearing down town structures is frowned upon.
Yes, but the sheriff of the case and the
Like, yeah, that's accurate.
I know culture shock is the thing, but
I
we don't do
was
that around here.
told that Ty Targaryen and his host moved through here not too long ago.
Are they threats to nature?
Yes.
Not that I
They must be
aware
brought
I don't know.
of. They have their own mission, and we are unsure of their motive yet. However, it is out of our hands as of now.
Well, I'm just saying, a large force like that would use up a lot of resources, therefore they probably would be a great threat to whatever natures are currently around them.
Not unless they use those resources to prevent further destruction of nature.
Well, I just mean they're gonna cut the path through, or like fires.
They're not
or
any more
tenants,
of a
and
threat to nature than humans are.
rations. Yes, but it's like a sort of locust going from plot to plot.
Yeah, it said it's what humans are.
Well, yeah.
And
Yeah.
locusts are part of a food chain.
Of what threats they possess. However, the sheriff did report that Ty seemed to be, what I've heard from you, very mistreating of his own soldiers.
Did he give you any more clarity? He kept saying he thought he knew me.
I asked him, he talked about another elf that he had seen quite a ways back with red hair and different markings that he did not normally see, separate from the wolf clan or.
Was it possibly a fox?
I am not sure, he was not specified.
He did. The man did also state that all elves look alike, so keep that under effect if you're worried about someone recognizing you.
But
Yes,
red
but
hair
typically-
seems to stand out.
That's what I'm part of.
Yeah, they're from around here.
As we're walking through the woods to Temple Selune, right? We're not in
Yeah.
town.
Yeah.
Well, the wolves are around here. The fox crowd was supposed to actually do a Bastion, so I don't know.
Yes, the wolves are the most common for the sheriff.
This is
It is
true.
my tribe.
This
It is
will say
mine.
something different. So there we go. I read the book.
I read a book.
on tribes.
I read a book like no, I read a book like you were seeing a fox tribe person. Right.
That's a very good point.
Is there a wolf tribe?
Mhm.
And a fox tribe.
It is.
So the wolf tribe is in the area that Selune is because they worship Selune. And the fox tribe is how is it in relation to the wolf tribe?
You are
Trees.
So it's east of Duodecim, so northwest of New Haven.
So like northwest of here.
There's also a hawk tribe from the book. I told you there was a hawk tribe. They
My mother
come back
Why did you not ask me about these? Did you have to get it all from a book?
because I had a book and I was doing research.
Because book was present.
I'm also doing
Books don't lie.
research into demons. I read a lot of Gigaret right now.
What did you learn?
Oh,
See-
I learned that he fought Bahamut, and that there was a little bit of things about him being the last one to fall, and it was repeated many times that he's still a constant threat, and that he
Great.
wishes to come back. I was also talking there about a silver dragon named Tog that was left behind to oversee that he doesn't come back.
Could that possibly have something to do with Targaryen?
I would believe so, but I'm still reading the book.
Finish reading my book. So this may maybe give us more insight on not destroying a Targaryen.
Historically, Targaryens have been the ones who
But
protected the realm.
well, I mean, extrapolating from the name Tog
Also,
to
I'm just like
Targaryen, yes.
out of character.
I mean,
This feels very weird to defend.
to go by the etymology of it, that would mean that
That's the sensation that is going for you, yes.
Well, I mean, if you want to go from the name, from the origin of it, I mean, Tog was a silver dragon. The Targaryens are generally silver in color. The etymology of their name probably comes from his, so they're probably descendants of Tog, or at least pretend to be descendants of Tog.
How can you
Or
pretend to be a descendant of Targ?
Just be a silver dragon and claim that you have origin.
yeah, you are dragon.
I don't
You are dragon born.
Tends to be kind and caring.
This knowledge isn't that commonplace. I mean, it's not like this knowledge is like commonplace and everyone knows it. I mean, it was so long ago, it could be twisted into anything by now.
How does something of so much knowledge fit into such a small vessel?
Small head.
We're truly a man of knowledge. It is another illusion of our eyes. Things are not always what we see, what we expect.
He is only knowledge. His whole existence is knowledge.
There is one other detail I failed to mention about Ty Targaryens' host. Yes, you forgot to tell everyone that I was Tad. I'm sorry, I thought it was most evident by your prowess that we have all seen and felt. Oh.
You still haven't considered what Maggie is, but I'll let it slide for now. We should move on.
This host Ty Targaryens leads appears to be made predominantly of cell swords and crossbows, to use the sheriff's parlance.
Let's all
It is-
pause in reverence.
I never met this man. However, there are some well-disciplined soldiers in the host, but it seems they are not. It is not an entirely military force.
Well, you can hire every single mercenary from Duodecim, and
Yes, that appears to make up the bulk.
then I believe he murdered people that attempted to not join him.
That leads to very disorganized
Well,
type of army, whatever he intends to do.
the House of Targaryen was dissolved, so that a single military force wasn't around for a while. And
They're
if
also very
we are to believe a demon threat does exist in Freeport, then perhaps he's doing what he needs to do in order to provide the defense that Targaryen has historically provided.
Well, I mean, which
And
direction would it lead from
Maybe in
here
his
versus
warped
Freeport?
mind, he
The
feels that
report
if
is
he's going to fight for the good,
Yeah,
then
north
the
is
right
Nexus,
must be
east is
killed.
Freeport. So he's going away from Freeport.
I'm not saying it's the
Ben,
correct sense, but it
Ben.
might be a warped sense.
Ben, Freeport's in the opposite direction that he's going.
Excuse me?
Well, he headed out. Which direction was he headed?
North.
He headed north. Freeport headed east.
He's going to Xantra.
So he's not going to Freeport. So he has an army that he's marching across and using the resources and going nowhere.
Going somewhere.
Well,
He's
like
going
when
to
the wrench
Sandra.
is at-
Maybe.
Oh yes, he's not going towards. He's not going to fight the demon invasion.
So Xanthorpe is north of Freeport.
Yeah. So the idea that I was talking to Ben, I know that leaves there, is that possibly his that maybe he might have a warped sense that if you are not joining his army, then you are fighting for evil, and that you must be killed.
Could.
That would inherently make him evil on his own.
Just make him a different type of forage.
I think it's a little
No,
bit.
I don't think he's a forest war of any type, Lee. I think he could
Yes.
care less about your forest.
Mib also said that portal had been opened, and I think Laurentia would agree. Portals
Are not good.
are not good. Perhaps the portal has opened in Xanthro, and Ty has caught wind of that and is moving the armies up there to protect it.
All
I
Or
speculation.
to take it
faith
down.
in the Targaryens as you do, apparently. I think he's using it for some nefarious purpose.
I'm simply stating what possibilities
I'm
lie.
not just
Perhaps he's marching north
communicate.
to aid the demons.
the people.
The Selune
Communicate.
is-
I mean, it wasn't on the board.
Communicate.
We have
I mean, Tom wasn't on the chessboard.
no idea.
Ty was not on the chessboard. That's correct.
So, I mean, remember the board. Time was not on the board. It was the Targaryens versus Ethereth, the current state of affairs, and time was not on the board.
Current state of affairs. Maybe the affairs continue.
Well, yes, but I mean, that was the current state of affairs as per their little intelligence organization.
What did Evelyn say about the board? Did she tell us anything about it?
Nope.
Yeah, we didn't have time to do that.
Instead of
Just found out.
stealing our shit?
I asked her, and then she remembered that there was books, and then she ran. She grabbed the books.
She probably would have.
Yeah, you said, like, I remember, like, she had a reaction to it when you said it, told her about the board. but
Yeah, because I was trying to get
she
information about the book. Yeah, and then she
said anything,
nope.
like a helpful CIA.
She said, "Oh shit," and then ran.
So,
Yeah, I think the only way we would get any more information out of her is if it suited her purposes to get us to do something. That's
Why
the
didn't we
impression.
get, like, charmed for look?
His name is Ferd. That's
Oh, I
what
got it.
Howard
I don't have that. I don't.
Ah, gotcha. Okay. They
So,
must
like,
say,
so now, dude, let me double check my marriage.
You should try and be
I
more.
got friends.
Tony, that was terrible.
Don't.
I'm already.
That seems fine.
Okay.
What was Ferd turned into?
Minotaur.
A Minotaur.
Only given us any
He
more
wasn't
information
human,
on that.
and they tried to bring him back to life, and he
Suited their purposes.
Very
yes.
weirdly common theme in this world. Something associated with it, maybe not.
And I don't
Come
think
back
she
as
would
a
answer
monkey.
any of our questions.
I mean, technically, you're familiar. Just did.
And if we take anything against her like that.
It's what was it called? Prehensile Tales?
I don't really think you would.
Yes.
Is it prehensile?
Yeah, I think that's the right word.
A monkey can use its
I just
tail.
wanna
control
get
it. So yeah, prehensile.
So I don't.
You're prehensile.
Where
I don't know what's happening,
Around
but Link
around.
immediately goes to the fruit tree.
Discuss boundaries.
Oh, the forest has provided, yeah.
It's a nice shrubbery.
Oh, I do like fruit. Oh, mark up there, like.
You are traveling.
I'm sure it's not poisonous.
Nope.
I need
Yes, you will.
No,
Your
I'm
party.
immune to poison.
in this general area.
Wait, what?
Can someone get me over there?
Am I the one with the book? I assume I am.
I'm not eating anything you give me.
You don't know that.
That is myth. That's definitely not part of your party.
Come along, man.
We're very accepting.
Is
Laurentia
Ashley
is a
still
rogue now?
walking out about?
Yeah, Astra's still with you.
Oh wait,
No,
is that you?
no, that's on the other
Oh, I
island.
have
You're over here. You're just not painted yet.
Yes, that's me.
Where are you? In the grand
You got a
scheme of
guy?
things.
The green dude.
I imagine kind of near the front because we're in the woods.
Into the woods. It's true. You would be near the front.
Somebody precious us. Boom, noted. And I have room.
Front stuff.
Definitely.
Oh,
You need to
No,
get
no, that's just
Gotcha.
Or I can just everyone back up.
Cools down a little bit.
I'll remember to bring the owl at some point.
baby shakers.
All right. As you approach through the woods towards Selune,
No. Is it?
everyone roll initiative.
Ah,
Yeah.
the dice you gave
Take a
me
bit,
is
take a big one.
terrible.
I'm so sorry.
Every time I have rolled it, I have gotten a 3.
Yeah, wait for
I am so sorry.
That's the
Would you
highest
like? Do you want?
I've
Do you want
Yeah.
a purple shiny dice
At this
instead?
point, yeah, I have to.
Okay.
That is
That is-
3 3s in a row.
That's
Oh, we
fair.
got a 1.
That puts me at-
Did you see the pricing on D&D Beyond? Dude?
I did.
Isn't it fucking retarded?
That's why I was holding off on buying the book. So I'd be like, cool, I'll support D&D Beyond. And I was like, fuck that.
Wait,
I'm not
how much is it?
significant. It's like
it's not even
it's not even cheaper than Amazon.com prices for the books, and the subscription is crap.
so you gotta buy the book. It's not like a full package, and you gotta like sub to get like other features every month.
Like, you want to do homebrew content and save it? Well, that'll be $30 a month. Something stupid like that.
So
Yeah.
dumb.
You know,
I know.
Fantasy Grounds, the thing that you were trying to get.
Yeah,
I got
It's worse than that.
yeah, Fantasy Grounds is pretty expensive as it was. That's gonna be shitty if it's not that.
So I would just enjoy my bookshelf.
Yeah.
I like the books better.
I mean, it's awesome to have an online repository, but.
They'll have an SRD finished eventually.
Okay.
Whoa, you
So-
just put down like 80 fucking.
I did.
Holy shit.
Are they white in color?
They are not, but we'll get to that in a moment.
Okay.
Ha! Very racist. So let's start with initiatives. Laurentia, where were you?
I am an 11.
Okie doke.
So this one goes to a
22.
Okay. Where's Ben's little flat?
I don't know. Did you take it
You
off?
guys said-
All the way at the end, it's not really at the end.
Nope,
No,
that's a zombie.
That's a zombie.
Got me.
I knew they got
Well then,
16.
Ben got eaten.
That's cool.
I don't get it. I get. God.
for the time being, until I can find you, you're Kenton. It's just horrible, but it is. What do you have? 20 something?
22.
You forgot me.
You? I don't know where your tent is. Your tent is somewhere. It's not present.
It's okay.
Leave. Roll.
16.
So technically,
It's
it's
all
all
the
accurate.
crossbow I've been
Henri.
I do have a bunch of.
Whoa. Okay. Rune.
It will be thrown.
Palm off your shield.
Oh, I thought you said a 2. And I was like, why is he going so far up?
All right. As I will hunt for this tent, not for to traumatize Anthony. So here's things you run across as you're going through the forest. You hear the sound of very obvious combat going on. People screaming. The clash of metal and wood against bone and sinew.
We should probably avoid that.
You're heading right towards it. You can see it.
Let's go around. You're
Is
far
it
behind.
very
Let's go
clear
around.
like that there's a bigger
Yeah, let them find
threat
it.
on like help this people?
Yes.
or-
So as you guys actually start to perceive what the combat is involved, you see large humanoid creatures that have half hyena, half human features, crude weaponry, attacking what appears to be an elf and a griffin.
Well, see, obviously, we'll get the griffin. It'll be fine. Let's move on.
What time
They are in trouble room.
Dave,
We
what,
shall
what time
intercede
frame are
on
we
behalf of
on
the
the
Selune.
stream so I can let
The light must be
Connor know to watch for his character?
I
Fine,
don't
Steve.
know.
Oh!
I mean,
It's 5 all.
It's about an hour in.
we're currently approximately 1 minute, 1:30.
1:30. Okay, I will let him know. Like, watch the stream at 1 hour and 30 to see your return.
To see your demise.
Potentially.
Well, know who this man is. With the 5 all something like that.
I would. That just seems mean. That's like.
So, Rune, you actually, with your high initiative, have the first
So,
Oh, Alright.
choice to make in this matter.
Well,
we think of how if other people came across us fighting, would you want them to fireball all of us?
Rune,
Because they don't know who is.
stay in character and just do what you
Do you do
Just
you?
know that if you do a super fireball and burn me again,
I'm going to murder
I
you.
will gouge out your eyes.
Right now.
Any choice you make is correct except for the one that I don't like.
well, since
That's
I
called
don't
parenthood.
know what any of these people are, or what any of these things are, I'm going to. How far away are they from us?
You're 60 feet.
60 feet.
They are on your path You can get around them.
Well,
Would he know what the things that are fighting goes from his book smarts?
I've seen it all before.
You've seen all.
You don't need a history book to tell you good versus evil.
I don't care about good versus evil.
That is also a truthful statement.
I do care about a large force that is hostile to me that is sitting in the middle of that area, though. So what I am casting is slow.
Slow.
On the entire group,
As you do.
including Griffin and Elf guy, because I don't know who they are.
That's fair enough. Ben, I found you. You were a bookmark.
Notice how boring you are.
You were bookmarking
Ben
the
the
whole way.
bookmark.
Did not wish to speak to anyone. For a whole session. I did not. Just like the days long past.
Okay, so I got to beat my DC on a Wisdom saving throw.
So where are you centering it? Because the central group?
What?
Because there are also those that are in the woods.
I don't see the guys in the woods, so
You do a
Elementary. Elementary.
like I see a group, like a swirling melee of things, and I'm going to try to get around.
Did you see Ben?
You do see a swirling melee of things.
So I'm dropping slow on them and then hiding behind a tree.
Well, you can do that and move behind
Just
it.
be cool.
I'm moving behind a tree.
So where
And then
was
just
the
by
tree?
your nature of smallness be hiding.
Yeah,
Which one?
that one closest.
This one?
Yeah, I'm gonna go walk behind that, and I'm gonna for peeking around the tree, drop slow on them.
It's like works of art and then.
Alright.
Fucking initiative, I can just get in there.
Jesus Christ. Alright, guys.
We get a surprise round. Everybody just blow your load.
So they got
Got it. Let me double check this one.
yeah, it's a 40-foot cube, and it's up to 6 creatures.
Okay. Which looks like it's every single one of them.
Yep.
There's exactly
The different
6.
calming
Yeah.
collected. Combat.
Let's see if I'm most useless.
Just
spell
dice
is something
destroying terrain.
Well, it appears to slow the large beast.
That is the meteor you were talking about earlier.
It's hard.
Yeah, I would like
Well,
to.
I'm talking
I would like to buy a scroll of meteor. Can I just get 9th level spells? I just read it, it trembles out of my hands. There's a mile radius.
Dave,
Yes.
I have a question.
Sure.
Would I know who
That's a one.
he is because of Alcina?
Yes.
Would I be able to recognize him?
Hey, what does this say?
If you close enough.
Very close up.
Okay. You succeeded on everything except for the elf.
Well, if we brought to nature.
Rude for once. That spell actually did something.
Yep.
A quick synopsis of what that does.
Yeah, what
In
is
one
that?
sentence. One sentence.
It slows them.
Great. I slow you.
Their speed is halved. There's -2 to AC and dexterity saving throws. They can't use reactions, and they only get
A single attack or a multi-attack.
Right. If I try to cast a spell, it takes more than one action. I got to roll a d20.
So they just
roll
get
a level
all.
higher. It doesn't take effect until the creature's next turn.
Oh,
Could I
that's
make
intimate.
the plausible assumption that an elf fighting with a griffin would be Farron? Considering I don't know how many elves fight with a griffin.
Or, I
Have
mean,
you seen the
roll insight.
Down,
Yeah, because I'm just thinking like that would
Or
be,
an elf defending a griffin.
or an elf defending it, right?
They do make wisdom savings though every at the beginning of it.
That's gonna be 19.
Yeah, it's a fairly safe assumption.
Fairly safe
At the
assumption
end of
that,
the
that I would at least know he's
turn,
friendly
they
from a
check to see if it
distance
gets out of the spell effect.
and potentially.
Elves.
Right. So
Okay. Alright, that was very effective. Ben, you're up.
What are those black figures on the pen?
Those are also humanoid hyena. They're gnolls with
No.
bows. Shooting.
I will run over there. I want to make sure I have the proper movement. So, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30?
Difficult.
35?
That's, yeah, still up in adjacency. What is going on here? I don't know, but you managed to fell Anthony in like one statement. Power word laugh.
I said they are bow gnolls.
The bonals. Target the bonals.
What?
That's what got the giggles out.
That makes no sense. I don't know, what's a bonal?
A bow.
You just said it in like the old man voice.
Bonus, well,
Bonus. Alright.
Strike the bonals. Strike that bonal down.
See, now everybody, there you go. Well,
we didn't know. All we heard was. Wow! Now we hear that. Yeah.
It is
That's like mass power word laugh.
And I'll make 2 attack rolls with my super neat staff
Okay.
against that very close snow. And the totals for the day are 15 and over 20.
Both hit.
The total is 21 magical bludgeoning damage.
It is still alive. Barely.
And then I'll do a little. So we'll do one more attack. Use my bonus action for an unarmed strike, which does D6 actually. So.
What? I know.
Okay. I was like, but you know.
I know.
So I do a wah wah. And he's like, a little. Over 20 to hit, 8 bludgeoning damage.
He's down. You bow him right off. You bow the bone hole down.
Well done.
Leave.
Bonal tastes
I
amazing.
turn.
You got the bone hole.
I pull my shield up and turn to everyone. Blessings upon you, and I bless everyone and run towards the fight.
Number of targets is, I believe, 3.
Yeah.
4.
I think it's 3.
Judge. So the 2 elves and Room, because he's there.
Okay.
And then I run towards this big. I'm coming, sister.
5, 10, 15, 20, 20. Okay.
I got some dude out.
Brother.
It's actually 2017, so it's not some gender.
Okay.
Don't forget your bless. Forget to roll with the tough shit.
Blesses plus a
1d4.
2 attack rolls and
Okay.
saving throws.
Oh, nice.
Can I get
Within
within
spell attack.
5 feet
it
of
does.
this person?
Yeah, you can. They knock down a tree by godly powers.
Well, that's 4. Yggdrasil has come to aid you, brother. Or, is it a girl or a
It's
guy?
guy.
Yggdrasil has come to aid you.
It's guy with a bow, and he's just like leveling it up. And down.
Stand behind me.
But I think it's the guy that plays it. So
He looks over to you.
Yggdrasil blesses
I'm
you.
kind of waiting to hear his voice.
Fuck are you?
Confirm.
The forest has sent me.
Well, all right. As you do.
Dwarf thing where women are
That's my.
born with
Except for
ears
talks
and men.
like this, right?
No, he saves. He's only did. He's actually talking normally. Everyone else is like,
type scenarios. And
he's like, who the fuck are you? All right, NPCs.
Everyone else is fighting normal, everyone else just wants to pull the time after you
Basically.
How did you like the
Dude, it was good. Oh, when the strings came in, it's let's go. Kind of like this that we had when we tried it. Yeah, we were like, what are we gonna do? I'm like, oh, we're not gonna take his church name.
Other campaign, I guess.
Other campaign.
Yeah.
You were murdered in the
No
brain.
more, it's barbarian. Anything but a fucking weapon. You had 3
All right, he shoots one of them. He's interested in Leaf. And misses. This is the other elf.
Any of them hit, let me know and I'll impose my reaction.
Got it. They all missed the griffin.
21. No shield.
Wait, no shield of it?
No shield of faith.
Oh, no shield of faith. Yeah, shield of faith would have been like.
However, Grells do not notice the power of shield. They said,
You take poison right now.
All right, Ben, seeing as a threat, gets shot at repeatedly.
You can take poison.
I'm immune to poison.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Okay.
No.
You're going to get severely injured in a second.
Is it?
Yeah. Huh?
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
What has happened to me?
Well, as you went to take out the knoll, they redirect their arrows to you.
How many arrows are hitting me?
Well, hitting you, 3.
I would like to catch one of them with my reaction.
You can attempt to catch one of them.
I will try to catch one of them. So I just reduce it by a d10 plus my dex plus my monk level. So it's going to be a d10 plus 8. And if I can reduce it to 0, I can catch it.
Cool.
It is 13.
You can reduce it to 0.
Okay. I catch it and then, oh shit.
Ha! Stop! Ah!
I caught your arrow. All 3 of them stopped my hands.
They were stopped.
You take 19 points of damage being critically hit with arrows. But you caught an arrow.
You just didn't catch the critical one.
You
No,
still
no.
You should have caught the critical one.
I was just like, guys, that did a lot of damage. And it's like, oh my god, it took a lot of damage.
So you get your balances out. It's my turn.
You get to throw it back as a reaction, don't you?
If I want to use a hit point, which I don't want to use.
They're all done, they're all done. They're all done. Lorenzo, you're up.
So, seeing a fellow elf in trouble, she's going to muster up the strength to conjure animals again to help.
What kind of animals?
Wolves.
Okay.
Again. Wolves.
I can't wait till you can upcast that to just make like a shit ton, just to like blow out the
Just
board.
the whole area.
Just, yeah, I want like
create
24.
A
I want
stampede of
24
wolves.
mastiffs.
If you do that, you do nothing but squirrels.
Yeah, it's squirrels.
Like, just upcast it and do nothing but as many squirrels as you can possibly desire.
Whatever the smallest,
Or like a river of
most I can
squirrels,
get
if
that have the
possible.
most complicated mechanics to just really bog down whatever we're
Can you
doing.
come, like, summon enough bats to make a swarm? That'd be awesome.
I just really want to see enough small animals to create like the ebb and flow of a river of animals just like running. Like,
There you
I
go.
just think like a cone of squirrels, like you just go like this as a
Cone of squirrels.
Right, like, chuckling over
It's like a furry vortex. Of
I know.
shooting
Can I get the
squirrels.
equivalent of the killer rabbit from Monty Python and the Holy Grail? Just a whole bunch of berries
We
just
should
running.
be a group of druids that just conjures animals. Every encounter.
Doesn't
Every
lift
now
a
and then.
finger.
Yeah, every single time.
I still like the punch, so I am available for this.
Yeah.
Like,
If you
There was a
want.
spell,
No, it's like,
Warhound that they
Film that fucking
reset.
You tried to bamboozle me, and I gave you the shuku.
this is
Okay.
his
Here's
Scott
your-
character.
Here are your 8
Okay.
wolves.
Warhound.
Yeah.
So
So many
One of the spells was summon
Okay,
spells,
I'm gonna get a wolf to help you out. Make 2 wolves to help you out.
matches in your armor.
Kenton is like nerd
Yeah,
out
like,
now.
like, we can stand
We can
there.
have a whole battle.
Well, actually, no. I'm gonna get wolves to attack these guys.
Like left.
Because he's got just the one there.
Alpha
Yeah,
Centauri.
diving into, like,
Formation
shops and-
Mighty Ducks.
So I got 2 wolves here.
Let me see if that changes.
Got.
I'm gonna probably.
Dave, I
Are you gonna
still
kill a wolf?
No, I'm not gonna kill them, but they might
Can't
be
tell you how much
distracted
having plus
a
one
little
staff
bit.
makes me
We'll
happy.
see.
I don't know
How's their
why.
wisdoms?
It's not that significant of a bonus. It just feels so great.
Destroy things.
And I can every once in a while tap it for some sparks. And it just makes me happy.
Good. I'm glad that makes you happy. Happiness is an important part of D&D.
Similar to.
I don't know if that one's gonna stay. You're
21.
gonna try. You're trying, wolf.
Hey, there you go.
I would like to get dragon level armor.
I'm surprised they don't have a shield master like archetype for anything.
So I have.
They used to in 4th edition.
I have them kind of grouped up so they can get pack tactics.
Huh?
So 2 of the archery people have 2 wolves on them, and then 2 of the ground people have 2 wolves on them.
Alright, change tactics.
I'm sorry.
No worries. It would have just been a double debuff, which probably wouldn't be necessary. So first off, I'm gonna give you
Some juice.
How does the male elf look? In
From
term-
where you are?
I'm gonna get
male
closer.
elf.
literally do nothing.
Well, no, I'm like, does he look bloodied or does he look like?
Oh, he
he's
looks like
injured?
he's in good condition.
Okay, so I didn't know if I wanted to do baby foxes yet, but if he seems like he's in good condition, I'm just gonna hold off.
I do like 1d4.
But if you look like horrible, she'll be like, baby fox is at you.
Well, I think the baby foxes right now, they also buff your
You have a long sword,
creatures.
which is a D8 plus 5.
She's gonna baby fox. Baby
What's the range of the
foxes.
baby foxes?
Why would you make it short?
Essentially a 60 feet circle
Around you?
around a point.
But it's a wood.
So where are you putting your baby fox?
It's 1d8 bludgeoning.
Baby
All right.
foxes.
Dave, real quick, his wood sword is a long sword that deals 1d8 bludgeoning. That cool?
Correct. It's fine.
That's what you have, 1d8 plus 3. Okay, hold on.
I move forward. So everyone, you guys have 10 temporary hit points.
Woo!
That would have been nice. The last turn.
Well, you know what?
You should roll a better initiative.
Well, you didn't steal my dice, it would have been fine.
Like, there's a clear sign that you should have rolled better initiative. Well, you're fine now. You only lost like 9 points at this.
No, I lost 19.
But no, but the plus 10. So that's
Yeah,
only
but
like
if the
9.
10 don't get used, it's still in that lost 19.
After that, and you're done moving, what are you doing with Note?
Just like it's pencil.
I'm having him hold back.
Okay, Note is guarding, taking a dodge action. Manu, you're up.
Because elves typically do not favor displacer piece, so she's worried if she puts them in there that the elf is going to try to. Oh, that is the beginning of the baby foxes. Like that's the central point. So you want to stay within 30 feet of that.
Don't we have a fox over there?
There must be a rift nearby.
I think we do, but it's just not over here.
Disrupting.
So
You do.
Yeah, it's right here.
so you
There we go.
put
Come
the
on.
fox
Let's
there.
represent it properly here, folks.
So,
There we
that's
go.
all, yeah, that's all. So as long as you stay within 30 feet of that, you have 10 hit points.
It's actually an armless. It's an armless centaur with wings. We already discussed this.
I'm so sorry.
That figure I first saw, I was like, what is this like armless centaur with wings doing?
So-
Looks like the ears just look like two like little wings on it, and it's just like a humanoid with
It's like,
nothing else.
The existence is pain.
Yeah. Suffering is gross.
Alright, so Manri will run up to here. I will tell this person to fall back. And my tattoos will glow fire. And then as they separate off me, it makes like a humanoid figure of my flaming tattoos, which will be a flaming sphere that'll start right there. So any creature that ends its turn within 5 feet of that.
Do you get to deal damage when,
But it'll be-
when you cast it?
No. If it ends its turn, I could use a bonus action to ram it into somebody, but I'm just going to leave it right there. So I'm going to bonus action Rune Fist. My hand and ready to punch a gnoll in the gullet.
Go punching.
Yeah.
Okay.
That'll be it.
Okay.
So it's like a white flame silhouette.
Just hanging out.
Must be
The
a
light of
stuttering.
Selune is with
Yeah, I don't know
us.
what's going on with the music.
I have no idea what
Must
this
be a
is.
rift nearby. The air sounds.
There's something.
So roll hit?
Oh, that's
Might be
just
something?
preparing shillelagh to leave.
Nope.
Nope.
No, I just cast it.
Okay.
I use my action for flaming.
Which puts
Silhouette.
Rune up.
You're doing so good, Rim. You're making smart. You're not fireballing anyone.
Look at you
Yeah, we're all there
now.
now, so.
Do
You
it now.
know, just 2 more weeks, you'll have your chip.
It's been 2 weeks since I fireballed one of my party.
Fire bolt the dude standing on top here.
Fire bolt. Okay.
Fire.
And
hang
bless, I rolled
It's
a
like a-
D4 on the attack roll also, right?
Oh, wow.
If you're blessed. Yeah.
Yes.
I was blessed, I'm
Yes.
assuming it didn't go down yet.
Yep, you get it all.
And did you use bless only once or is it every time?
Every time.
while you're in
Every time.
effect.
For attack rolls and
For
saving
attack rolls, savers, not damage rolls, but just these two. I know, dude.
So that's 7 plus my.
14. It's gonna be total.
No, no.
I think
Something with that board.
Yeah, like I don't know, it sounds like the internet connection's like off or something, but no.
No, what's that? Yeah, so I got
Would you
14
like me
total.
to sing some battle music in the background?
No.
I think that is the
Actually was not on Wi-Fi, so that might be it.
Ah, that, yeah.
What roll hit?
14.
14 will hit.
Yeah, well,
Look at that. Yeah, bless. I turned that into a.
that,
Idris has shown.
He takes 10 fire damage.
I like to think he's like.
He is not quite bloodied yet.
Oh, and then a little root pops out. Like, Just like aim to say
I think you meant to go that
The
Oh,
little
yeah.
leaf is just floating down and goes. It's like, oh, hefty.
Pine cone.
Alright, Ben. I'm assuming Rune's not doing anything besides the bolt.
Alright, I
Yeah,
want
that's all I
to.
can do.
Do we need inspiration? No, we don't.
Ooh, who knows?
And I would
Must be
like
a
to make
dashboard
a cool one. I'm gonna try and sort of.
roll.
I'll whack him off that hill. I'll try to hit him down all the way down here.
Whack 'em
So you're doing a push action or you say no?
Yeah, I'm using the attack action push.
Okay.
But
Just whack 'em off the hill. Just get off this hill.
oh, you jerk.
You saying jerk? No, that's not gonna help.
Very low, like 4.
That's a miss.
Well, is it okay? I thought it was contested athletics, but another one.
Yeah, sure.
It is, and he passes.
Ooh, and a 3.
Oh,
Are you gonna double push him?
I attempted to push twice. Yes.
He passes that too.
Wow, he is feisty. Bonus action.
you're a bad.
You're just attempting to push
I
him.
tried. I just hit him in the back, and he just stares at me, and I'm like, "Move." Okay, wait. Yeah, so I have bonus action dodge with my key point, and I'm hanging
Maybe this
out.
was a bad idea.
Leaf, you're up.
Rigid. No.
I look back to the hill. Ben, it's like this. Shove! And I shove this guy down on the floor. Bonus
You're playing tag rolls.
maybe I don't. Wait.
No, you don't get plus on. Why did I check?
Is it
No, because it's a bonus.
It's an athletics check, not an attack roll. It is
It's a guy's thing.
11.
Alright, he resists.
Okay, and then, but I said you were tagged, and I hit him in the head with a sword.
Oh, that'll do it.
Over 20.
Yeah. Also,
10.
they save at the end of their turn for slow, right? Only the Griffin appears to be slowed down.
No.
It's the worst.
That spell really doesn't do well.
Oh, it completely for an entire round. It hit nothing and did nothing. It nullified them for an entire turn. What?
10 damage to this one?
Yeah, but is it worth a third level slot for a single turn?
Well, do they have disadvantage on like when we're doing
Minus-
stuff?
No, but they have -2
Yeah,
to
they
their
do.
armor class.
Like agility checks or
Dexterity saves,
They save the end of turn.
yeah, dexterity checks or.
So yeah, it's actually an extremely good spell. It's just that they happen
certain
to save.
situations are.
It is a save or suck, which means if they don't save, terrible. If they do save, nothing. Great
Exactly.
person. You can spend a slot.
How much damage?
10.
It was like, I was gonna
Force
put
damage?
mountain pad.
10 force damage.
10.
That would have been
Glorious.
pretty.
It would've been- Because I'll get a save for that.
I'm sort of blown their lines.
I mean, they get a save, but they don't get it. And they're just like,
Anything else?
Yeah, I'm done.
All right. All the rest of them.
Oh god.
you got big foxes.
You got dodge?
I do a dodge. And I can still catch yours. There's only one.
If the 2 more hits, you get it.
But I do have some templates, so I'm gonna spend that.
And Monry, your armor class is
Oh,
14.
jeez.
And done.
Did you hit him?
So there are 2 hits.
I was like,
One
and
goes
he's dead.
on the
One of them.
Yeah. If it's a crit, I'll do a bonus.
It's not crit. So that will make it a miss.
Yay.
Oh.
Give yourself. Protect.
So he goes to claw you once, gets deflected by a leaf's shield, but then he claws you again and bites you.
Careful, Monry.
So I need a Constitution saving throw.
Wow.
I would block 5,000 energy points.
5.
My God. Oh, that's a
I'm
4.
so sorry.
And by 5.
This one's rolling 2.
I have 7.
Are you blessed for saving throws?
I got
If you know
Yes.
what I mean.
Let's take that. That would be a
5.
7.
Jesus
Right, your old man constitution.
My sin, I hold on my 5.
14.
It's the dice is bad. +2 is not terrible.
You take a total of 21 points of damage between the slicing, the biting, and you feel poison
But you
coursing
have-
through your
you have
veins.
baby fox
But
attacks.
baby foxes reduce a bit.
So 21 points of damage. So I take
Total.
11 points of damage.
Correct.
Yeah.
I am down.
You know, I was regretting being on that hill,
Eight.
but
But now he's like, I'm okay on
I'm
this.
okay up here now.
Alright, that
What,
guy.
is this our turn? They get like flaming at the end of their turn.
Another turn.
Oh,
They care not. This one attacks this guy. 2 claws miss, 1 bite misses. Attacking versus the big old griffin face.
Get Constitution.
Me?
Constitution.
Oh, yeah.
You can do a D4 to it. It's your turn.
Con save, let me DC.
Actually, it's a Constitution check, which is not a saving throw. Or an attack.
For his sphere.
Ah, yes.
So you do not
It's
get a
not a
D4.
save?
No.
Yeah.
Is it a Constitution check or a Constitution saving throw?
It's not a savings throw for concentration.
So remember we got bonus on 4 things.
Maybe.
It's a saving throw, which is why it's important to get wizard and get resilience for constitution, because you get the bonus.
Okay.
Yes, that's right.
So bless it.
Actually, yes. I do remember making a forecaster.
Yeah, definitely take more.
So I got a 12. DC would have been 10, right? Because it wasn't over
Yes.
enough to.
It's not going to go over, yes.
Yeah,
It's
so
10.
okay, so I still concentrated. Good. That would have been.
Which is
Oh,
big.
shit.
It's amazing. Once you roll the 6.
I was like, here's a fire shot. Goodbye, spires.
Plus plus. So on any damage that's 20 or less, if you don't roll a 1, you don't break concentration.
Ben, why are you studying right now? We are in that.
I meditate. Can't you see? He's immovable.
So the griffin takes some damage from the gnolls wailing on its face.
This guy's immovable.
No, the concentration.
Oh, let's get their charisma on my DLC. I'm always concentrating.
This one, I guess, is currently engaged with you. So he swaps out for attacking your face. Attacking because you're trying to push him down, Ben.
Yeah.
It's fair. You could like lightly tap his cat.
He attempted to push it. That dude is like.
He will definitely spear your face. Just.
I was like,
Yeah. Do you? Oh, absolutely does. It's over 20.
for both?
For both. Oh, disadvantage. Yeah, and an 18.
It's like,
It does an almighty 3 points of damage,
ooh, nice.
and they start fighting off the wolves.
Drastically different from last round.
Now, do you remember what armor class and hit points wolves have?
I think their armor class is 13.
And their hit points is
I don't remember their hit points.
11. I think it's something super.
Yeah, I think 11, that's right.
So they're fending off wolves with no success.
In the book, it said that your DM would have all the stats. I'm actually.
I could pull it up. I'm gonna say they're AC 13 and they have 11 hit
It's
points.
like,
Sounds
your
about
DM
right.
should know the stats for all of them. I'm like,
Conjure plotline NPC. Your DM will have all the information you need.
You tell the elf to disengage. He's like, more blood to the blood god. He starts firing arrows.
Wait, he says more blood.
No, we
no, but he's
Did
a
the
little.
He's-
Okay.
He's
This
a
is an
little-
elf I can get behind.
He's a
Like,
little
yeah.
It's not
more
damage, it's
happy.
still
I would like to be
defense.
part of your travels
Him-
there.
him and
So
he's a
literally,
little
you're like,
happy.
please get away from the fire. And he's like, bitch has gotta die. It's like
I told him
he
that-
says.
yep, take
He
it.
says the taint must be cleansed, and he starts firing off arrows.
The
Just
Point blank.
point blank.
Woo. Woo.
If he starts yelling for the
That's
blood god,
difficult
it's
to
going
do.
fire.
Very difficult to do. He seems to be very Legolas about it.
I'm just saying, when he starts with like blood for the blood god, I'm getting angry.
Not literally left for the blood guide.
Like, no summoning of elder gods along here, like you run away.
I like the new young
Good day.
hip gods, you know, what all kids are calling nowadays.
And he seems to do a significant amount of damage to this one. None of them are bloodied currently.
Wolf attack.
Get in there and don't get hit.
Not the wolves yet. Gonna do the wolves last.
I'm in there. What are you doing?
If you're gonna put 8 wolves out on the battlefield, you get what you get. And the griffin, who is still slowed and getting the shit beat out of him.
It's not like I can end the effect.
I mean, you can't actually end
he
the
gets baby
effect.
foxes.
I like how.
I would see him as a-
Sure.
I would see him as a. Right, I want to give him baby foxes.
The griffin takes like.
And he's just like, yeah, Can't hit anything.
Oh, someone slowed.
Yep, doesn't do shit. All right, you're bajillion fucking foxes now, or wolves.
Wolves.
With pack tactics.
Yep, because they're all in groups of 2.
Despite that, those wolves missed.
That's rude. Just need to get better.
That one did not.
And then do they not kill them over?
That's what I'm checking for primarily. So this guy, so these both get attacked, get dealt damage. They're fighting wolves, not dead, not knocked over. This is hits, not knocked over. So many dice need to be rolled.
It's a lot of wolves.
Okay, this one gets knocked over.
That's different, I suppose.
All right, so is it save versus damage or damage?
Dex save.
Dex save. Save versus half or save versus
Let's double check.
What's your cast?
flaming sphere?
Flaming sphere, okay.
Yep, save for half.
Okay.
So.
Good roll
Dex
damage.
save, DC, I believe is 15.
We roll 2d,
Okay.
2d6ers.
3d6. So we're alive.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
85 damage.
Oh god. Oh yeah. Well, no one saves.
Sorry, 9 actually.
9. No one saves.
As my fire silhouette flares with light of the Selune.
So temp damage away.
Wait, that's no.
That is the signal. Nature must be brought.
Just like the natural flame spheres you see so often.
Well, no, he manipulated my character, and then when my sword lights up like that, I think nature is kind of green.
The bajillion NPCs are done. Lorenzi, you're up.
Okay, so
And you still have an
The
NPC,
flaming sphere you see all the time.
and you have an NPC to deal with.
The sun's part of the nature.
No, that's yellow light. We have this guy.
how is the
That's
situation
yellow,
looking?
not.
Like a melee, which is defined as post-combat chaos.
So
But, like,
hard to tell.
Hard to tell.
It's like, how does everyone look? Well, I mean, look at you.
And then just give me a second. It's okay.
Have you seen what was it? Battle of the Bastards. There you go.
It's like you look shitty. You also look shitty.
Whatever feelings you're fire.
There are approximately 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 24, 5, 6, 7, 27 combatants, so chaos.
So I'm going to then do produce flame at. I'm trying to see who I can actually see and what the fuck's going on.
What probably makes the most sense is either archers or people in here. So,
Thank you. Those are my options.
so
Good.
we'll just do
Bad guys are
archers.
there. Bad guys are
What I'm saying is, you can see everyone. Everyone's
Okay.
visible.
I'll
Yeah.
go with archers because right now they're the most damaging to us back here currently. So I'm gonna do support on this side. So I'm gonna do the closest archer.
This is the closest archer.
Yes, that's what that guy. And so that's going to be 14 to hit.
We got it. Don't bust.
That'll hit.
I'll
Yeah. And the produce one, does that get the extra? Or is it, so that's
it's
the
2D, whatever
2D.
it is.
I don't know. I cannot.
keep your pagan script.
I'm gonna show you.
And that's going to be for 8 damage.
Okay, it definitely seems bloody at this point.
I can hear one with him.
Monry.
Right, you're right.
Moderate,
Poison. Yeah, I should have done whatever.
Yeah.
if you're trying to, if you're time to attack stuff.
Ah!
Okay!
Moon strike! Punch! Which will jump to this one.
Strike punch, good to know.
Fighting evil by moonlight. Never run from a real fight. He's
Oh,
the one
yes.
called Thaddeus.
Took me a second to try to remember what you were singing.
What were you saying?
I said, man.
Oh, God.
10
Get some.
damage from this guy,
Okay.
and 6 damage on this guy.
Okay. At this point, they both appear bloodied.
Oh, and bonus action, heal myself.
Heal thyself. Doctor, heal thyself.
Use up to my charisma modifier at once, so let's just do 2d6. That seems silly. I'll use 3.
Rune, while he's healing thyself.
Is it an action to drop concentration on something?
Actually,
I think it's free action.
Okay, free action dropping concentration on my slow spell.
oh yeah.
So that's done.
You stop chanting your chant.
And fire, bolting, dude on the hill again.
Okay, roll that.
Does he take more damage for the poison?
Yeah, I healed myself back to full with those 2d6.
You do not take ongoing damage from the poison, it appears.
Huzzah.
15.
15 will hit.
I've never seen you play.
Dude, you were good.
Takes 15 fire damage.
Okay, it's dead.
All cantrips.
Good job. You're no.
You're like born warlock.
Then.
Cool. Bonus action, step to the wind. I am dashing. I'm running all the way over here. And I'm gonna make 2 attacks against him.
Solid. Solid choice of death.
Alright, we have an over 20 and a 13.
13 on this.
Fuck. Alright, and it's 7 magical bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
That's it, I'm done.
Okay, he's up. Leaf.
Murder is done.
So at this point, Henri, during the melee, you have a better look at whatever this person who is getting burned and Bo. He is a... What perception checks?
Me?
Yeah, you're next to him too.
Whoa! A 20. 5.
Okay, he's an elf. He is definitely, you catch a sigil you haven't seen, which is actually of a bird on him. And also a good left part of his face is completely white furred with a lupine eye.
Ah!
Brother!
Yeah.
He is definitely a blessed Selune.
I'm going to throw a javelin at the one that bends the Nope. Wide left. And shove the guy in front.
So, to understand your action economy, you are forgetting about your sword, taking a javelin, throwing your javelin, shoulder bashing somebody?
Stabbing my sword in the ground. Javelin, ha! Ha! At the same time, yes, you got it.
It's like all part of that movement.
Yes.
It's like part of the movement. Shield bash throw.
12.
If we contest athletics, he passes.
This one appears to be stronger
These guys are big.
than other ones.
They are rather big, have glowing red demonic eyes and furs. They seem like
There is-
they absolutely seem like abominations.
There is one on the ground.
He is further away.
He's further away.
It's all like caught in the melee, that's what he can kill.
Yeah, it's more like you're fighting large monstrous creatures with claws and made of hyena muscle, demonically infused taint.
I grew.
Every time you just use the word taint,
Taint.
it's just
I know.
taint. It's just every demonic taint.
With extra force.
No.
Well, for that, guys, like, well, taint away on Mondri.
Impose if one hits.
Yes, I will. So one will hit, and the disadvantage will deflect it. So it was literally like big hulking creature, this, and shield, and then he just bites you critically right in your shoulder.
He bites me critically?
Yes.
Oh,
So
damn. I don't have.
it's like chomp.
It's one of the times you. Okay, so what you really need.
Something that's too big and I have to like sort of chomp again to get it in the right orientation.
Like,
Chomp.
go to the side.
So more of the story is you need to get his dice to roll.
So go ahead and roll with disadvantage Constitution saving throw.
Ready to get.
A 9 or a 13. And my bless would be a 2. So 9, 11, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13.
Saves.
Ah.
Mm.
Holy fire!
Oh!
Through my
You
veins!
did have to say that, as I near max damage on you.
Fire!
14 points of damage.
Okay. Good thing you knew. Indeed, and I'll just do it again!
Every bonus action!
I only used 2.
I missed that. Maybe I shouldn't use baby foxes. This can't be that bad of a battle. And then have like
Just stay there!
There, so many.
Alright, at this point, when they clamp down, they roar and appear to blood rage and do more attacking. They go into the equivalent of a rampage.
Great.
Flailing about. So,
Yes, I may have to use
hear the-
something.
and with that, swings wildly and completely misses you.
You hear the stock sound of bloodlust from Warcraft 3.
With a bark. Bark.
What color are their
Oh,
Like glowing
Remember
red, or
that
sort
we
of
were
like pure
possessed or not, or
destiny,
like
sunlight red.
Which was
They
red.
were. They were.
Yes,
Like,
which was
that's by
the,
you in red.
yes.
Or a drink.
Which was red, if you're trying to meta. Also red.
I'm just wondering. I'm like, I remember
Oh
that
my
they were.
do I need another
Which-
spell?
That's the other
I'm about
camp.
to get.
Oh, I know.
And with that, definitely the elf itself is getting smacked around a little bit.
No.
Not-
But you got
I
baby
could heal
foxes.
myself.
So,
and the-
Leslie just start flailing around wildly.
But don't do it.
Claws.
Hey. Oh, no.
He takes out 2 wolves.
He
No.
just pops back up.
He gets up as the wolves take him down, pulling the whole entire, hi, I'm Summer, I'm gonna save you!
This is
He
like
gets up,
mental trauma for you.
takes a claw, takes it right to the wolf's
a
neck.
lot of mental trauma.
Maybe we
And
should
then
have
is
let Rune Fireball. Like,
Then as the other wolf comes in, just backhand him in the
Fireball cleanses
forest.
all, man. Fireball cleanses all.
Runes pest control. Fireball cleanses all.
Yeah, we probably should have just done that. I could have healed them. the 2 over there.
I think odds are the Griffin has more hit points than the Gnoll.
Oh, well, the griffin actually gets hit every 4 times, so he starts getting slaughtered by that.
No, I mean like if I drop the fireball in the middle.
At this point, probably not.
Yeah.
Originally.
Originally, it's true. The griffin is currently bloodied.
Oh. Even with the baby foxes.
Yes, even with baby foxes.
You guys know that I healed the Griffin.
I'm gonna
You
heal the
play with
griffin.
this.
I don't know if I can get there. I'm gonna
I'm
figure
gonna,
out.
hide down my tree and pot shot. You guys.
That Noel is fending off, even with his bloodlust, is jack shit to the wolf. But cannot be said the same for this wolf, which gets impaled by a spear.
The creatures of nature follow.
Nature's losing the battle. Like.
This one seems interesting. Well, it's decided. It's Ben. You know what? Contest the athletics check and see what happens.
Oh my god, I'm shit at these. Ooh, 14.
Okay, so you don't fall off the hill.
Thank God.
And his other one is an attack,
What?
which is a miss.
It's a life string.
Thank that interconnectedness. Oh
Thank the
my
ambiguous
God.
we.
Astra's thoughts on that are meow.
That cat just goes everywhere.
Alright, I have covered the gnolls. I have not covered the wolves. I have not covered. I have not yet covered the griffin.
Did you cover the elf?
Ah, shit.
Yes, I
Let's
have.
make another
Okay.
Constitution.
I don't think you
I
did.
have.
You did? Okay.
Yeah, remember the Griffin's no
Because he
longer
was
free.
injured.
Yes, which is good because
Save.
although he is quite angry, he did crit the crap out of that thing.
Can he just fly away?
He can just fly away.
But he's trying
He
to help
chooses not
fight.
to.
Yeah, he.
And he actually claws and bites the crap out of the thing that's mutilating him,
He's a very.
making the 2 combatants quite bloodied with each other.
He's a very sassy bird.
This guy was busy attacking wolves.
Sassy.
Yeah.
Alright, now at the end of their turn, they all have to save. So, roll, concentration check.
I just rolled that from when I
There's
got
one
hit and I
time that
passed.
we asked him to fly over a health potion to someone that was injured. We gave him the health potion and he flew the opposite
Go ahead and roll damage. I'll take it. Sorry.
It's risque.
He eventually came back and like dropped it next to the person. Like, there you go.
Alright, 12.
It's a sensitor.
Oh, that's
Sizable.
To 3 of them. And the men were trying to save. I told you to retreat.
He burns these like it's going burn! He fires off arrows.
Engage. Fine.
Well, the gnolls do not save. Although.
oh, there's a bush adjacent. I would think it's probably on fire.
Yeah, it is very much one. It's a burning bush.
Does it talk?
No.
That's because God is dead.
It's good.
Hello, viewers.
Okay, damage assigned. Wolves have to attack. Wolves have to attack.
I like that.
That's absolutely
I mean, when you're hitting 3 targets. Yeah.
Is he down or dead?
downed. He's absolutely dragged to the ground.
Oh, okay.
Oh man, the wolves are like critting him off. Obviously.
Good. He's he was attacking the griffin.
They do a sizable amount of damage. He's almost dead.
Which one?
The one attacking the griffin, the wolves basically crit him down to the ground. They're pulling a dire wolf attack. This one no longer is pack tactics, so he's kind of by himself and does not do a very good job of doing anything in life. These two, however, are not. He is down and dead, actually. He is torn out. Now all the non-player characters, except for Astrid, who's just cannily doing nothing on that hill, is done. Laurencia.
Okay.
Cat did blinded your ass last time.
Only because
Moonbeam focus.
Calibor's intervention.
Sure, we'll call it that spell.
Just saying. I prayed with the burning warrior and it blind 10 minutes.
Sure.
Once it's been burned. Yeah, 10 minutes.
Okay, so I'm gonna
Bill is
focus on this guy now. So I'm just gonna move down and get rid of the ranged weapons to save those guys. So focusing on that guy for
What's
fire.
Note doing?
She's keeping him there. She's still not.
Okay, dodge action.
She's watching wolves die. She doesn't want to send the other thing that she cares
There
about.
are, half of your wolves are alive.
But they're at least, I think at least in this chance, they're given a chance to fight versus what you saw last time, which was they didn't get a chance to fight and they just got completely engulfed by a
Those
thing.
two wolves did a great job. They critically mauled the dude.
Yeah, so I'm going to produce flame, the now closest to me.
Sure.
Okay. Which is going to hit because it's a 17 plus 4
Dragons,
plus 6.
dragons get hit, yes. Damage.
4.
Okay, well, it's still up.
What?
It's definitely bloodied. And you're doing nothing for Note, which means Monry is up next.
Oh. How does this guy look?
He's okay, he's not even bloodied yet.
Ah. Stay in the fight, dear friend. I will.
For the Alliance.
Bonus action. Oh yeah! Look at that max skill on 12.
Oh my god. Those dice, where'd you get half of those dice?
Specifically.
Two of those are mine. They never rolled left on my roll.
7. Alright. And I will, again, moon strike. This guy.
Okay.
Can't hang out with my friends. It's so dark in there. It'll be a set. Oh yeah, it's a 18 for 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 damage on that guy.
Okay, hits.
I didn't even know it lit up, so when it does, like.
And 10 damage on jumping to this guy over here.
Okay, they're both very injured. Very injured.
Ah!
Just fire for days. Rune, fire for days.
Yeah, I think let's see, there's still the nose up alive.
The big beefy ones, yes.
Fireball.
Which one?
What's the closest one?
The one Monry is like beating the shit out of.
Fire what?
Firebolt.
Fire.
Like, hold on, just.
Remember to enunciate. It's scary when you
Fireball.
like, nah, let's fireball clear this up. Like, how are we
It's like, so this looks like murder.
They went on that. He's been healing himself.
25.
Full hit.
You know, before I even met Rune, I was hit by his fireball.
True.
You can definitely speak at his funeral.
12 points of damage.
That is enough to fell him, so he's down, immolated. Falls in the ball of flame. Burns up. He's now a Nolish campfire.
Fireball.
Gonna hide better, boy.
Ben.
Nuclear fireball.
Alright, here we go. I want to use my little staff and like run and jump right here and grab on a low swinging branch, swing around and drop kick this guy in the back.
Right in the back.
Yeah.
Roll hit.
Oh my gosh. And I am kicking with both feet at the same time, so I'm gonna roll 2 attacks.
2 feet stops.
I need my godlike die.
Yes, take it. I hope it serves you well. Otherwise, it has chosen.
Oh! That's it. He's like, it feels so good! He's rolling around the ground.
So do we just like.
I think your feet just plunged through his chest.
Yeah.
You're like stuck drop kick through.
Yeah, you kicked him right into the burning bush.
It's like either that or like you like broke his ass with your kick, like and breaking
Like
back.
his torso just evaporated.
Yeah.
Half him went to the burning bush. The other half had to fall.
Thank you.
It's like cleanse myself from this massive amounts of violence that I've just performed. Lee, speaking of massive amounts of violence, you now are no longer adjacent to anything, however.
There is.
Oh!
Yes, no fire there.
Bring the Yggdrasil. Can I push him into the bush?
Emotional roller coaster right there.
No.
I'm done.
Push him into the fire.
Oh, that's right. Oh
I
yeah,
just
we're
want to see
going right
someone
to
like
fire.
watching that show like,
Here we
oh
go.
no,
The flame
You're
shirt?
like,
Yeah.
and like that might be a cycle.
It is a check so you're one person count.
Okay.
Some people
18.
say I translate, reality into my character.
He absolutely fails that. So he's now occupying the same space.
Yggdrasil.
The flaming sphere.
And then I bop the other guy on the head.
What other guy? Oh,
You'd have to move.
Can I move forward?
Yeah.
But you can't, if you end your turn, you're gonna have to take dex.
It's like, hey, if the elf can do it, I can do it. I like how it's like sound tactic. Don't get burned by the fire. Everyone's like, keeps me warm.
Because as soon as he said death save, I knew it was ending the turn. Next to the flame, so I can use my shit. Oh, natural 20 to the 2.
Okay, that's definitely a crit.
Smash it 40. I'll just do it for you. How dare you?
13.
You are disgraced to paladins everywhere.
19 points of damage. Nature is passive. We only bring as much force as nature.
Well, it's like the exact opposite of the wither thing. It's like, guess what? And he immolates up into this, so it's like auto smiting without taking a smite.
Yggdrasil has judged you and found
It goes up in flames like leaves into the sky on a campfire.
you abomination.
Also, take dexterity saving for a person.
Or I could say 5
Oh,
level 1
That's
spell
okay.
slots because yeah, we need 5.
roll your dex save. Which, if you get a plus for that, yes.
It's a nat get fucked.
So you take damage and also roll your Constitution saving for your plus.
No, I'm kidding.
Suck a dick. Piece of shit. 21.
Okay, so you take damage.
9 fire damage.
I refuse.
Yes, I reject this damage.
Yeah.
Which technically, I think you do reject the damage from the temp hit points.
Force is protecting me.
Yeah, so you just got one baby fox left.
He sits on my shoulder.
Don't worry.
Please don't let me die.
His name is Carmen.
Actually,
Cat
Michael
Bungle.
J.
Oh,
Fox.
That's installation. Because that what is it? Cat Bungle. He's just watching the carnage.
So we've run out of natural 20s over here, so we're gonna need some other in the pile there.
Alright, so.
Good cook.
Oh, this guy has been
Although-
summoning
He
fire.
has. He has been.
Whenever
When
the,
shit
it's the
goes
lowest
down,
turn,
we're
They're
rolling.
going to join the.
the one that's, yeah.
For a week, it's not like that in my house.
That's the
Put right in
700
right in front of the
million
sun,
Powerball
on the
lottery.
window, so just get a little.
Oh, yeah, don't know that.
So one turns to attack. Leaf! And does hit you. With your obscene armor class.
Impossible.
The damage is possible. Take 4 points of damage, make a constitution saving throw.
21.
Okay, you're fine. You take 8 points of damage.
I will choose to save my fox and take the damage to myself.
You can choose.
I think you're taking it to yourself anyway between that and the fire damage.
No,
But
I
like
there-
still having a
then
baby
fire
fox
damage, I have
and
one
taking
left.
all the damage.
Ah, okay, so you have a fox. You're like, this fox, you're hanging out. Me and you. Fox friends forever.
Hold up.
This is your fox friend.
Just the one.
Wow, he looks like a fox with no.
No soul.
Excuse me. Nature is communicating.
Alright.
It's just there to die.
Griffin goes down.
No!
Like dead or kind
No, I'm bleeding out. Bleeding out.
I will save the beast.
Unfortunate.
Ruin it. Ruin immediately. Harvest!
Regardless of the fact that I'm wondering what a cloak make out of the feathers would be like, that's
Oh my
besides the point.
I love it. I fucking love it.
Imagine running over.
This wolf gets
I got it, guys.
It's like, well,
This is plucking the feathers.
unfortunately it died, but it's
Just
worth a lot of ingredients.
The severed claws.
Just harvest this
These
thing.
wolves come to avenge their brethren.
Yeah.
Which I'm now going to use something a little more substantial.
Then the one little
Why
nubbin.
isn't there more?
It's no, make an amazing ritual bowl. Let's just go and cause that.
And they kill this guy.
They'll never
Yeah.
believe this is the academy.
Hey, if you guys would let me do necromancy, I can bring it back.
Oh my god.
I'll bring it down.
And these wolves end up killing this guy,
Good.
tearing him to pieces with more crits than wolves should ever have. Would you like to move those wolves forward to engage the last remaining gnoll?
Yes.
Lorencia, you're up. You have one
I am free.
foe.
Dexterity save.
Yeah, it's true. Roll your damage. They both fail.
Oh yeah. Oh, 5, 6, 7 damage.
Actually, since there's no immediate, he doesn't have a problem doing that now. It's all be it.
Smart.
7?
Yes.
He pulls back to the griffin. What you doing? What are you doing?
I was gonna run over to the griffin and I can do like a lay on hands and bring
You
it
can
back.
cure wounds.
Yep.
1d8 plus wisdom,
You know, this is
or multiple d8s if you cast it at a higher level.
Can I, is this character that lets it? No, that's my other character. So I can like do the lay on hands, like bring it back just 1 hit point, or is
You
that
can't do that. Yeah.
other character?
That is what the paladin can do, and that's what an Asimir can do.
I don't think.
Technically, so can Ron. Pretty much at this party, everyone, 3 people can do that. You cannot.
1d8 plus what?
Plus your wisdom.
So it's gonna be for 7.
Show me what you got. Okay, he's.
Show me what you got. Oh wait, it's healing word. Is that different?
Yes, it's a bonus action, and you don't have to move next to them. It's distance.
Healing
1d4
word?
plus whatever.
Okay. So because yeah, sorry.
With his wingspan, he definitely moves some trees. They do not fall though. He takes out the elf in the process.
So it's 1d4 plus,
1d4 plus whiz.
so 6. So 1 less.
Yeah.
And then I don't have to, but that doesn't matter. And then I'm gonna use and that it's a you said it's a reaction. Or
It's a bonus action.
Bonus
So you
action.
still have your standard action.
So then I am going to produce flame at the existing.
Oh, it's a cantrip, so you can do that. Go nuts. Roll a hit. Show me what you got.
Nope.
You-
I rolled a 2. I do
Henry.
not have it.
Yay, the griffin's alive.
This guy still looks pretty healthy.
Whoops.
This guy's looking healthy now.
He looks healthy, yeah.
And nobody else is really damaged that badly now. I mean, that thing's still probably damaged.
Oh yeah, it's just got healing word back up to life.
The blue robes?
The blue
That's
robe.
Manry.
That's Monry.
That's me.
Okay.
I will
Man,
play
Like
tricks
manta
on
ray?
the mind of this guy. So I'll have white moths will flutter about his head and whisper unnatural things into his ears. He'll make a wisdom save for dissonant whispers. Or no, not dissonant whispers. What's it called?
It's gonna happen anyway.
What the fuck is mockery?
vicious monk.
Yes, vicious mockery.
You viciously mock him.
2d4.
Yes,
So
he's not-
He fails.
He passes.
Ah, nothing happens then.
He's too it's like rude.
Then
It is like an insult. This is a lot of ways to manifest it's psychic damage. It's anything that's a distracting strike to your brain.
I wasn't been dying from it.
Is there any?
And no, it's like this.
It happened on a critical roll. I think
Is there any
someone lost
benefit
that
to
way.
keeping this one alive?
I remember.
No,
No.
Return it to the stream.
I don't think we can.
Oh,
against me.
interrogation thoughts.
Can we not interrogate a no?
No.
Can anyone
Not
talk?
again. Doesn't matter. He's recommending Rune. You're up. You can do whatever the hell you want.
Oh yeah, I'm
Interrogate.
yelling, you can't interrogate a no, and fireball.
person last
Fireball.
You can try.
of life and death
Huh?
threatening that
Bless
we'll
us
kill
so
you. We
now.
won't kill you.
Bless us
You have
so
to
now.
kill us. I'm gonna kill you. It was when you were stabbing white robes, and it was like
I have a
It's
26.
Hits.
that first one.
The bickering Bastion at its bickeringest.
Torture.
And fire damage.
All right. Still up. Ben.
By the power of Ra.
Such a good mid.
And anything? Oh, I get to do all three colors. That's the best part about it.
I'm just gonna go all out.
Yeah, bonus action, run on attack. Just do
What?
dice tower.
These are just
Were those
dice. Rolling all the dice.
Oh, I have an
It's a
20
crit.
again. Oh my god, and over 20. They're all gonna hit. It's gonna deal like, oh my gosh, 12.
Is it one of
9.
7?
This is a 7, and it's gonna be plus 6.
Okay.
Is that not a hit? Oh no, 7 plus
6 is only
7.
13.
It's 14.
14 will hit.
And so it's like 30.
All right, he's dead. Make that easy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Friend.
There's still a griffin, and then
Yeah, the griffin's like, ah! It goes just pecking the throats out of the gnolls.
That's
and
fair.
they're not hostile.
And this guy is just moving by, picking up the gnolls, taking a knife, very important knife, slitting throats, picking them up, slitting throats, picking them up, slitting throats. He's busy. He's got butchering to do.
I'm hiding behind a tree still.
Have I now realized who he is? Right,
Yes.
so I know who's the elf.
Yes. At this point, between that and the dagger, yes, you know exactly who this is.
Ah, because I can see his dagger.
He's pulling out a very magical dagger.
That-
Yeah. So,
So I go over to him.
he picks up a gnome,
Say,
slits his throat, throws it on the ground,
Are you
spits on it.
He doesn't seem
Farron?
friendly.
Who are you?
I'm Laurencia. Do you
Slit his
ever-
throat, throws it on the ground, spits on it.
Okay. Do you ever remember an Alcina or a Clyde?
Maybe.
I pick up the next one. Slit his throat.
Yes!
Throw it on the ground.
Bravo! He takes some blood, smears it against his face, takes some smears it against your face.
I've been tagged.
Why don't
Wait, not really, you're right. And I run off in the other direction.
Cat follows after you.
Oh my god.
I am like crouched in the tree at this point.
Yeah,
Waiting for
you're the witness.
Everyone stay away from me.
Alcina, she used to. You might have seen her in the shape of a fox.
Yes.
I'm part of her tribe.
Okay. picks up a knoll, slits its throat, throws it on the ground, spits on it.
May I heal your beast?
Sebastian?
Yes.
Yes. Yes, you may.
I will cure wounds
The
on that
griffin's
guy.
name is Sebastian.
Yes.
Where's that voice? He lets loose an arrow towards the tree, because that can never go wrong. What's your armor class?
Oh, that always goes wrong.
15.
You wish to shield?
Yes.
You shield deflect an arrow as it goes.
Stop shooting arrows at me, you
Where's that voice?
It's a damn tree!
That's our friend Vroom.
Your friend is a tree!
He's a gnome. He's behind the tree. He's
I'm
very
no
small.
hiding in the tree.
You shouldn't be hiding!
I'm gonna throw a fireball at you.
He seems to be threatening me.
You're shooting me.
He's all talking small man. He's very insecure.
Puts his bow away, picks up an oak, slits throat on the ground, spits on it.
I told you it was I told you I should nuke the entire area.
Vroom, you can come out. It's safe.
No, it isn't.
I have done what I can healing your beast. 14 points.
14 points worth of projected medicine.
I also gave I had the 10 good berries that I passed in the
You're
morning.
feeding Sebastian.
Feeding.
See, you are blessed by Selune.
Yes, so for everyone else, since it's been a chaotic melee, you're greeted by the equivalent of Legolas. Wood, elf, tall, decently looking, bow, very good with it. Half his face is white and furred with a lupine eye.
Rune thinks it's deranged and terrifying.
Yeah, he does look kind of mutant-esque.
Fur like fur.
Fur like
Like fur.
that cat.
He's deranged and dangerous.
Nose to this direction, about hand's worth.
Can't say I've seen one like you before.
He's a deranged mutant. I'm staying in the tree.
Picks up an owl. Slowly slits through.
It's worse. I told you, he's worse.
Drops on the ground. Spits on it.
What
Told you, deranged.
Our other friend has different views. What do you go by?
My name
It's
is
fair.
the Warden.
His name is Fair.
My name is the Warden. I am the Warden.
Deranged.
Sebastian! And he goes to his bird.
Told you, deranged.
Taps on his bird.
Are you the keeper of these woods?
I am the Warden of these woods. And the griffin does his wingspan thing. Go!
We are traveling to the
birds
temple
deranged.
of
They're all
Selune.
deranged.
This is not helpful. We are traveling to the temple of Selune.
He's really cool.
They're all deranged. You're always going to be deranged.
Friends or foes? Actually, he looks at you.
I'm friend.
You
I
are
am
friends.
a servant of Selune. I know.
You radiate
I knew Arya.
goodness. You are friends. And he looks around to find Leaf just running around.
You hear from like behind a couple trees. Are you guys still playing?
How fares me now?
Yes or no?
He's friends.
Games are done. We've tagged enough Knowles.
I am proud of
I'm
you.
hopefully come out. Okay.
He's
From the deranged psychotic elf is shooting at me.
He did not know.
wild eye. On a griffin.
Will you be able to
Fabulously.
escort us towards the temple of Selune? Or are we close?
You are close.
Then will you accompany us, or does your warden duties take you elsewhere? I'm assuming you are very important in these woods. There's
He gets about halfway through, he starts, his griffin's already heading out. He's like, too many words, I've got shit to do. Griffin. She's like, do you have things to do? He's like, already galloping away.
Well,
We shall meet again!
Selune, follow you!
Selune! The warden. And he just flies away.
Mary, does being part of Selune make everyone deranged?
Why do you think he was so deranged?
Because he was obviously disturbed in the mind.
How?
I do not understand.
You were left with bits and pieces of knolls everywhere. Carnage. Battlefield.
But their throat has been
useful.
successfully
Every throat has been slashed.
They weren't. We
Let
don't
us
think they're carrying anything.
plunder.
Yeah, like I'm doing my investigation check.
Whoa,
Go ahead.
whoa.
I feel like Connor would be happy.
Do not use any.
With the interpretation, yeah.
Get some of this goodness over here.
That would be at
I got
242.
Give me the
Okay.
It's an investigation.
Yeah.
For looting? Yeah, it's investigation.
Yeah.
Investigate.
Oh,
It's a one. We're not gonna
It
get
feels
those.
heavier than usual.
Oh,
It's
I
just,
got a-
it's heavy with that 20.
Investigation bonus, which he is a 7, so I have a 21 in
So it's
investigation.
going right back.
Boom.
Even the broken clock is right twice.
Alright, that was good, that was good.
I read that in one of your books.
Oh, it's good, you're learning to read.
So outside of their armaments, which are bows, spears, claws, maws,
I do like the tiny soulless fox beam.
you find a very interesting, on the larger metals, a necklace of eyes.
Seems disturbing.
Eyeballs?
Eyeballs.
Whoa.
Or the,
Can we tell what,
How many of those?
They appear to be fresh because they're able to look at you as you pick them up.
Nope.
How many of those?
Nope.
There is one necklace with 5 eyes. So you put them, they're kind of like, they do the gravity falls thing, and they're like,
Well, that's disconcerting, isn't it, everyone? Hello.
I don't like it. I really don't like it.
I see you all.
Everything lovely, just
It's rather disturbing, isn't it?
Oh my god, ruin,
Can you
please.
identify
that?
yes,
You identify?
would you be able to identify?
Yes, give me a few minutes.
go ahead, roll Arcana.
What?
It's rather
So,
On top of that, you also pull out trinkets, baubles, basic loot, which comes down to approximately 24 gold pieces worth of crap.
I got a 29 on my Arcana.
Yeah, it's a scrying device.
Oh, so they can see me?
Something's scrying you right now.
Oh, something is watching us. I throw that on the ground.
Its eyes continue to look at you. With its,
Yeah.
the 3 of them come out from the grass.
I drag a null body over top of it.
No, okay, and then I light it on fire.
As you do.
Oh boy.
It's so gross.
so many eyes.
Is there
Can
any
we-
magic
can
to
we just
trace
get out of
this
here?
from-
What was the purpose of this?
I don't believe we have. I couldn't use any. I don't have any magic that would like trace it back through scrying it.
You could do a ritual to try to do that, yeah.
It
The
is
equivalent
currently
counter's
on
gone. It's
fire,
currently on
but-
fire though, so not now.
The body's on top of it. Is on
Technically, would you like to recover from a burning body?
fire. Flip the body over, please.
I flipped the body over.
Alright, well you're burned in the process,
Well,
so
use
we'll
like a
see.
stick or something, just like pry it over.
Okay, well you have a... Okay, you've got the necklace back.
Okay, so I can do a. Do I need to have a spell before I can do the ritual? Or
No, you just need to perform a ritual.
Okay.
You do know that performing a ritual is against scrying. It's very dangerous.
Yeah, they're
Okay, well, do you want me
not
to?
all of them are recovered.
Wait, what?
We don't know who could be watching.
Well, I could attempt to chase.
Think of it from Shadowrun terms, is that they can now target you if you do that.
I could attempt to trace it back, but it's very dangerous. And
I believe you should trace it back.
it could be
I
very,
believe you should
very
burn
I could
bad.
I mean, just burn the eyes.
We could both be killed by
We
this.
should just burn the eyes.
You do.
Rune, you of all people with your values of life should definitely go.
Burn the
Yes, I value my own life very much, so no.
I will shield the eyeballs so they cannot see you.
Well, I mean,
I put my
it's
shield in
up.
front of eyeballs. There you go.
Alright,
How
so
about this? Take the eyes, put them in a bag, save it for later.
that's a horrible idea, because then we have a scrying device, and we don't know where it's going, it's following us around the whole time.
It's gonna follow us in a bag.
The scrying device is as I would let them scry upon us, so we don't know if we can hear through the eyes as well as see.
Can you hear through your eyes?
And maybe you should track them and see who's doing it.
Magic can do a lot of strange things.
I know.
Alright, so, would you like to bring it with us or leave it here?
How long will the ritual take?
10 minutes. Standard ritual. It's just one of those more like, don't need a spell slot for it ritual.
I got scry a really ritual, I'll try to see what.
Okie doke.
You want
gonna die
assistance, or shall I?
Yeah, that would be helpful.
I will
We're gonna
assist
be
you.
level 9 by the end of tonight, or all dead.
Well, if Rune
Level
dies, I
zero.
already have a plan.
Yeah, barbarian back up! Of course, then you have no magical knowledge. So this will be...
Someone
Doesn't
else.
matter.
Won't need downtime, there'll be no knowledge.
Yeah, doesn't matter.
Burn
Barbarian,
everything.
I lean down towards the eyeballs so they can hear me. You guys play fast.
Okay. What is your wisdom saving for a modifier?
Wisdom saving throw modifier is
Like if you had to do a wisdom save.
a 0.
Just kidding.
Okay.
I know, I knew mine.
Good.
Dash bonus action dash.
I didn't think wisdom would be important when I rolled this character.
That is big.
Your wisdom save?
Okay, so Rune needs some time amongst the carnage. What is everyone else doing for 10
We're
minutes?
playing
We're playing
tag.
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 Yes!
Note is like
Laurentia
food.
is
Oh, nat 20, you
No, my
fucking
saving
it!
throw modifier
Negative.
is a
Imposed
3.
manager.
I thought you were talking like my wisdom modifier in and of itself.
Saving. Still.
Savings modifier is a 3 because I have proficiency in extra.
Okay.
Do it!
If we start performing a ritual,
It
trace
won't
mark
hurt me!
back.
We're one! Ah!
We're playing tag.
Got it. The source of the magic is coming from a place not too far from here, within less than a week's travel. You start following the threads of magic of where the source is. You find it even closer still to what appears to be a large. You have visions of a large hill, almost like mountain-like structure, with a cave going in. You see a large door. And you see a large balcony overseeing what appears to be a lake.
So there's a cave and a mountain.
Or a large hill, kind of like a burrow. Probably bigger than this house by a grand margin.
Large hill with a cave and a balcony
Overlooking a lake.
Mm-hmm.
And you see what appears to be a gnoll with red eyes. And that's all you can remember. So, Rune snaps out of his trance.
That's always pleasant.
He does not say that. Rune snaps out of his trance. That was weird, Rune says.
Oh god damn it. We're gonna kill himself now.
What did you see?
I saw another gnoll. Big guy.
I come back with no pants.
Red eyes, very magical. He appears to be pretty far away though. We should be okay.
You did it.
How far away would you say?
Well, I don't know. That's not how magic works. It's a distance from here.
I was unaware gnomes possessed such magical capability.
I know, I should study this.
Can we destroy the necklace now?
No, we should keep it with us just in case.
What?
I don't think
If we get closer to this, I'll need this to locate it in case we're too close to danger.
I don't think we should
Then-
keep that.
Who's that? Who's that?
Keep it in the bag.
Rune.
We think it's Rune talking right now.
Through what?
Rune. Look,
We
Rune is
think
talking.
it's Rune.
Rune is talking to you.
I
It is
snapped
Rune.
out of
Rune
the
is
trance
talking.
and he continued talking for me. I don't say anything.
Okay, so
Hey,
Rune is
I've
talking.
seen this before.
Okay.
Shoot him in the neck.
Can we have any?
That cast your character sheet and he gets a fire.
Well, if we're going to keep it, like I said, put it in a bag so they can't see us.
How does that work? I just.
Yeah, that'll work. That'll work.
But
It's
you,
eyes.
you were saying it wasn't going to work before. Why are you saying it's going to work
He was saying
now?
we could hear us, so we just put it in
I
a
just
bigger
said-
bag.
It would have to be ears for it to hear us.
What
And as
would-
long as we keep it in a bag.
But what would having it with us? I don't want to carry around a bag of eyes.
Yeah, Rune's gonna carry it.
I'm gonna carry it.
But that he's going to be with us.
Honestly.
Okay, well, I don't want to displace your piece in the party, but I made that sacrifice and let you save it.
Are you
What are you
supposed to
concerned
be
about
still-
with it?
eye necklace?
Laventia, what are you concerned
Yeah,
about?
yeah, they're both
Do you think
weird.
you can still hear?
I'm thinking it could locate and always know where we are.
Do I get to fight
Just
this
like he can
guy?
locate where it is, it can always locate where we are. And we
would
can come
be-
around.
You actually believe you're still scribed. So this is all happening while you're scribed.
So can
Or
Can
Doing
someone using scrying magic perceive other senses than sight and hearing through the device?
depends. Depends on how they go about doing it. Typically, gnolls can't do this anyway. So, as a default, the default state is an object has all the senses. It can see, it can hear, it can sense, like, heat.
Wait, so if we put it in like
Right, but
Put
if,
it in a bag and I can play soothing melodies. And I will minor illusion.
well, the idea is if we are able to, or we are able to use magic to find out where the source is coming from, how is he not going to be able to use magic to find out where the necklace is?
Think of it this way. If we misdirect him, we can keep him close but far away.
How are we going to misdirect him?
I mean, screams.
Who are we playing?
Screams would
Lights,
misdirect. It would,
strobe lights. He just starts doing like little light effects. And the lights, they dilate and undilate. It's like, that's got to be really annoying to him.
I mean, I understand, Rune, that you are, far more educated than I am, But as a person of
At this point-
understanding magic, that does not seem
Then let's take the necklace to the
Right.
Temple of Selune to purge it of its nefarious properties.
Astrid is hissing at Rune.
Astrid,
good job.
what?
Starts like doing that pet thing, but like attacking Rune's legs.
I guess insight. with
Yes.
Astrid? Do I have advantage with her, or is she
Yes.
still
Oh, that
delusional?
did cause a bump
Just-
in the
this is
rug and
cat.
then it caused now attack.
14 and a 15. So.
Yes, that better
19.
Yes, there's absolutely something wrong with Rune.
There's something unnatural about you.
Yeah.
What else occurred? What else have you seen?
Let's see. Forest, hill, knoll, red.
What was that fireball that illuminated me the first time we
Fireball?
met?
A ball of fire.
Yes.
A ball of fire.
And what was it? Or did it? How burned? What was that? Burned, singed, blackened?
That's rude.
What is the name of the tree?
I mean,
I don't.
regardless.
Record that. You can roll an insight check.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, regardless, it was a.
And deception.
Oh, I got a 2.
Oh yeah, he's
No,
much
when
higher
we
than
first met, he
fireball.
did a holy attack. so
Yeah,
it wouldn't
I
be a fireball.
did a holy fireball.
But that's
It's a spirit bomb.
So it's kind of like fire.
I did a radiant fireball.
right.
Yeah, so it's like fire. I burn things back and forth, back and forth.
Can I knock him out?
You will not. I will.
Okay. It seems. Let us continue to the temple.
No.
Why
We
don't
burn
you
the ice
can
first?
bring the artifact to the temple?
No, it's
Purge
like
it
a
of its-
horrible idea.
Why?
Whoever, if there is animosity against Scrum,
There's something more
they
interesting
are
happening
very
here.
well aware where the temple is. Yes.
Maybe aware of where the temple is, but who knows what benefits you get from coming into the temple.
I'm sure they'd be able to.
At this point, you realize you've been doing what you're doing for far too long. You come to awareness that you can't seem to go back to your body, and you're with
Perhaps we
another.
should take a short rest before we proceed.
And when he realizes that you realize that everything's
Then
realized,
I'll be able to.
Yes, I
Let us
know.
rest before we travel. We are weary.
Dar. He speaks.
We're going to start a short rest, by the way.
Terrifying no.
You may call me Jarvis.
Jarvis for no.
Oh no. That's not quite the way. He has this like very official, British way of speaking, like an admiral. I was like, no. Jarvis Green. A pleasure to meet you.
Jarvis what?
Jarvis Green.
Green.
Green, like the color.
Oh, I meant another green. Okay.
There is. Well, we are quite a long line.
Interesting.
Would you like a drink?
I would like to go back to my body. I don't.
Well, we'll go back to that. I mean, how often do you get to meet a well-educated gnome?
I didn't think they existed, to be honest.
That's fair. Wine.
Oh, vintage.
He starts listing off like a good Crystallis port.
Why not? I see how the color it is.
And although it appears to be you're in a cave, it's very well furnished in nice wood. There's a nice table with some nice like finger foods there. And the big, large, hulking gnoll goes to a large decanter and pours you a glass of wine, puts it on the table for you, obviously hand it to you, and he goes to his own, pours one himself, and takes a seat.
Well, I honestly didn't expect this when I saw the initial scrying when I saw this location.
That's fair. You're a very intelligent sort.
Rather well appointed location here.
It's a very important location. It's very anchored in magic. You should really visit it sometime.
Seems like a good idea. Like I can get the general location now, so I might have to do this.
Absolutely. Now, I understand it's a bit rude, but I have my means. I've been written in your mind for a little bit, and I put the location for you. You wish to go back to your body, right?
Yes. That's,
Well, I hope we meet again sometime, Rune, and we'll have this wine in person sometime.
okay.
And he sends you right back. So now you're just like struck like somebody to the back of a bat as you're doing your short rest. So Rune typically is like, I need to read a book, and then suddenly like something in the back of his head, and now he's back to being Rune.
Well, that was bloody weird.
I know, I lost the tag.
I lost in tag. I was the tag
Well,
champion.
whoever you've been speaking to for the past I don't know how long has not been me.
What?
Astrid did appear.
I was possessed for a little bit there. And
Can we
I
destroy
had
the
an
eyes
interesting conversation with a well-appointed gentleman who's actually an old.
So then your false you spoke some truth.
Well, I don't know what he told you, because I was not
No.
here.
Where is it?
Well, I know exactly where it is. I don't
Where
think
is
you need to go there yet.
Where?
Well, it's, yeah, I pointed
You point in the general direction like a
It's
compass.
that way, but it's a rather fortified, very magical location.
As much as Rune tries to point away from it like a compass, his hand will go directly to where it is. Like even if he tries to go like a little bit to this, he'll find himself
No,
unable to.
I'm pointing directly. Like, I'm not even trying now.
It's like, but if someone tries to move your hand, they'll always go
Okay.
back.
Do you know how far, or only the direction?
Oh, I would know that.
No, you have the idea that it's multiple days.
Yeah, it's a few days in that direction.
It's kind of like feeling heat.
Would this be a
Torch.
cave with
Away.
Yes.
Away.
Yes.
That is what you're.
It's like a more of a mound, not like a key, but it's very.
It is, however, closer than the temple.
It's very nice vintages of wine, actually. The conversation we
It
had.
is or is not?
It is closer. It's closer to your current destination than the temple of Selune.
In opposite direction.
Yeah. So
Well, where's he him?
Well, you would.
Backlog.
later,
trying to
nerd.
convince us to keep this guy.
Backlog. Yeah, shit.
We should probably
Next
not do that.
Next sprint. It's like this. If you are here, you know,
Oh, also,
Found
his
your
last name
face.
is Green.
happy face. It's kind of like this. You have to change
The
direction.
gentlemanly noble that I spoke to, his name was Jarvis Green.
Do I know that?
Didn't
George.
the man in black speak of a father who was
His
in
name?
Why was that
Do we know?
Green? Was named was
Kirk,
Green as
do we know what his father's name was?
He said he came from a long line of Greens, and his name is Mip Green.
We didn't get his dad's
His
name.
first name.
He said he wanted to visit his father, even though his father had died, yet he was not dead because he was not able to speak with him.
Well, I spoke to a rather gentlemanly noble and well-appointed parlor, I believe that he had, and inside of a giant mound that overlooked a lake with a balcony, it was very pleasant, actually. It's very
Sounds
conversationalist. He said his name was Jarvis Green, and he said I should go visit him at some point. I think I may have to take him up on it.
Well, if he
A
has
noble.
invited you, we should be.
Yes.
However, he did still.
I did
engage your
not
father.
expect nobles to be that intelligent.
You do not seem
And this is a
perturbed at
noble
the
that
fact that
was-
he possessed you.
Is this the knoll that
Oh, he's the one
was,
controlling the scrying device we have to get rid of.
Well,
that was
is
on the
very-
knolls that were attacking
Yes.
the people of Selune?
Attacking the deranged elf and attempting to kill me.
So
yes.
you want to see the evil mastermind behind the knolls?
Well, I want to see the rather well-appointed gentleman who was very nice talking to me as opposed to the crazy elf who attempted to kill me.
If this knoll is intelligent, maybe he can be.
Because you see, I used a scrying spell to invade his privacy and it
I
said,
don't-
murder
I don't
me
doubt he
magically
can be
to get
communicated
back to my
with.
body.
But I don't know if he could be
Well,
reasoned.
let's put this into perspective. When I met your elfish friend,
Mhm.
and I called out from the tree, he attempted to kill me on multiple times. And if it hadn't been for my own magic, he would have. Then I used my magic, and I run into this gentleman, invading his privacy by following the scrying spell back. And instead of horribly murdering me magically, he simply said I should visit him, gave me the location of where he is, and sent me back.
So you're saying that evil is okay as long as it's a gentleman?
No, I'm saying this gentleman didn't attempt to kill me. The people you're telling me are good attempted to put arrows through my skull.
Let
You
us not
have
forget the bronze
Being quick
bastion.
to
is
throw
very-
fire.
Very accepting. A dinner invitation? Yes.
The
No.
first one is reflex, the second one is deliberate.
You will still not see.
I called out, I'm hiding in the tree, don't shoot at me again, and he shot at me again.
I believe we
I
are at
think
the sim.
there would be a difference. You still know, you speak.
I think it is the similar question. Like we do not have all the information and warrants further investigation.
Oh, also, if he's...
We should still go to Selena.
Yes, let us continue to Selune. We must
Selune.
very describe
This
the
may be why
Selene.
Mib said to leave the gnome
Salami.
alone.
What is that?
Can we please burn the eye
No, we
necklace?
can bury it, I don't care, we can do something with it.
Burn
The
it.
temple of
Not
Divine.
okay.
temple of Haram.
That's
Like, I'll drop the shrine device.
I
Yes, but also, as another side note, this green fellow that controls the gnolls, maybe why Mib said we should ignore the gnolls and leave them alone.
When did Lip say that we should ignore
He did
them?
say that.
He did?
He said you shouldn't go there. At the very least, you should leave the gnolls alone.
So then we should not go to the. I don't know. Let's go
So,
to the Selune because
it's-
there's a lot of
It is a
conflicting.
duly noted connection. The Knowles and Mib, family name Green coming up.
Yes.
I think it warrants investigation, but we,
Well,
we came here for the Temple of Selune, and I think we should do that first.
well, that's why I'm following you to the temple. I'm just saying, this is outside, that's not the time. Maybe you were just in this.
Well, if we learn more about Mib, then perhaps we learn more about the family name. Perhaps this Knoll will become of greater interest.
I'm saying the Knoll is a much more charming fellow than his ever.
Evil can be charming.
We should not judge. If he is a peaceful no,
I'm
we
just
should
saying
give him
from
the
actions,
benefit of the
from what
doubt.
I've seen.
You
Psychotic
would,
elf.
you would see many
Well,
peaceful
man,
people in
no.
Crystallis that would gladly walk upon the floor. So
Should
long
I
as they
am-
cannot see them or hear their cries.
Concerned.
Should we
for
not
you.
murder
Well,
The evil
the Knoll
beast
was gentlemanly, nice, offered me
that walks
wine,
among
sat
us
down and
because he
talked,
was
didn't
friendly?
eviscerate my mind.
Yes, evil can be quite seductive.
Your friend shot arrows at the face.
I do not understand.
He did not
why.
know what
Arrows
you
at the
were.
face? Why? Arrows at the face?
Why do we
Were you?
take a creature that is
Was he
evil
just
by nature
under attack?
and give
And there was a
chance,
voice coming from somewhere that he
but
did not know.
to
I called the first one,
an
reflex.
intelligent creature
The second
that
one,
has no
after I had already
ability to
identified myself,
communicate and invite
was
us.
delivered.
All creatures
I-
are not creatures.
At this point, I don't know if my words are going to have any effect on you. You have made your decision.
There is opportunity.
I'm willing to get more information from later. I'm saying the general round, we just know more about your fellow before I trust
I'm
him.
not
Shot
convinced
arrows at the
of
face.
Well, no,
just
just to
some
analyze
of
the
the
situation
guys
for what it
in
is,
instance
he did not attack
are
us.
trustworthy.
That means something.
Yes, well, neither one of them attacked me. Well, he attacked me for a minute and then stopped, so benefit of the doubt eventually, but right now I'm still annoyed the arrow's gonna
What I'm
hurt.
saying is, he did not attack us collectively, he attacked you. So,
Yes,
he's not evil, he just doesn't like you.
yes, but the Knoll does.
That's
does
not
like
a good thing.
But the Knoll still attacked you.
It's not
because
necessarily a bad thing.
And
That
it
would
caused
still
me
be an
damage.
attack.
It would cause me any damage. And
The ambiguous
technically,
display.
he could have eviscerated my mind if he chose to.
I'm sure he
As
did.
we
Honestly,
walk
As
to
we keep going,
the Temple of
Jesus.
Selune.
I buried the shrine device.
Again, necklace of eyeballs.
Just saying, one guy gives you wine, and the other one tries to screw you with arrows.
Blood and wine.
Yes. But
Oh, one's trying to
point
toughen
of-
you up, the other one's trying to, you know,
One
Butter
roofie
point
you.
of
And
evidence for both.
Yeah.
next thing you know, you're in
And their
assault.
true intentions. Yeah.
No, I'm just saying.
Let's play a game.
I understand what first impressions. I
First
suppose.
impressions mean a lot.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah,
but
please, let's get that.
they can also be entirely deceived.
They can, that's why you gather from data. I'm just saying, first impression wise, Knowles knocking out the first impression, Elf not so much.
So
You
now
continue
you
your travels. The night, because you said there's one more day to go to get there to the forest. The night seems colder, even though it's fall currently, or later part of summer. Doesn't have the same warmth, humidity to it. Seems a little dry, arid. Those are in tune with the forest, so all but two of you will notice that the life here is weaker. Leaves are more brittle, plants aren't growing, grass is dry.
Did you eat yourself a prestidigitation?
Get more on food, are you food?
Heat myself up with prestidigitation.
He's food.
the grass is dead.
It's dry.
Dry.
Yeah. Things that typically bore fruit are nothing.
Well, then travel.
And is it nighttime? Like, are we going to be spending a night here? Or
Yeah,
is it-
spend it's the night before you get there.
Okay.
Does it appear all around us, or is it centralized in one specific area as we travel?
It seems to be the closer you get towards Temple of Selune.
Not
Not
good.
bode well.
I thought Selune was of nature, right?
She is. This would
This
be
would contradict what you say.
What do you mean?
it is concerning.
The forest is
I'm using a rock.
void of its natural light.
Using
Eventually,
prestidigitation.
This is not normal for what it should be. There's something wrong.
Hear a howl on the wind.
Well, that's disconcerting.
Why?
We're in the wolf
It's
area.
a wolf, and we
Yes.
are in the forest. That is always
I've
disconcerting.
literally conjured 8 wolves.
Wolves
in
are-
that
Yeah, well,
forest.
I don't see any conjured wolves right now.
I howled back.
Don't encourage it, Leaf.
Ruin, I'd be more worried about what you can't hear, right?
Oh, thank you for making that observation.
You're a very good watchdog. I trust so do love.
Abacus, spider alert 4.
Good. Who's got first watch?
I'll choose to use my healing. Does anyone need healing?
Yeah, we took a short rest, so I'm good.
Is there like a tree near where we're at, or no?
Yeah, there are trees.
I'm
You're-
curling up at the base of one, I grab a rock and I'm using prestidigitation to heat it up like a space heater, and wrapping
Good.
myself in my cloak and rock. That is me.
Good.
Oh, okay.
I will take second watch.
I will take 3rd and 4th.
I'm gonna sleep like a babe in the night. Ugh.
And while I am trancing, I'm going to try to hone in on what's going on here. If I can.
You can trust.
Still
It's no. It's my boss. Forced down.
Who's on second watch?
me.
While everyone is sleeping, you catch the scent of something in the wind. Like a beast. It smells like blood and carnage.
Just makes me think, did someone fart?
Someone tooted?
Did someone toot?
I will route them. I will minor illusion, a multitude of lady voices saying Ben. Very loud. Ben. I sense something. Something
I heard it too.
worse than that.
Oh. So
Do you just? There are no women. I needed to rouse you in some way. But do you smell?
Phrasing.
Two men wake up. Time for second watch.
Do
Overwatch.
you smell that on the wind?
You do. It smells like carnage. Like rotting flesh that's been left out in the sun for about a day.
I do.
I do not see anything. Should we investigate? Is this worth waking anyone?
Roger's grown more nimble these days. Maybe you could shed some light on it.
Have him take which I'm gonna try to feel the wind. Which way is upwind?
So the scent. So the gust of wind is in this general direction.
I suggest if he go that way and return.
Natural light right now?
It is nighttime, so dim at best.
That's what I figured. Do you have any sources of light? I can't see well. Nor can.
I do. Yes. Yeah. I'll pick up a twig and create light on it, a white light, and then I'll pass it to
Roger has got like a little mini torch.
Alright.
Little twig.
I'll have him climb this tree.
With twig.
Yeah, so I guess just like halfway up.
Mhm.
See if, and,
So he's like
I'll-
the he's like a Christmas tree.
I will sit on the ground with my hands and I'll do a little ye old warg and see what's he.
So while you're warged in and alarm and hyper alert mode owl, at this point your owl is starting to screeching.
Yeah, not cat sounds.
Yeah.
Everyone
Not chirping.
awaken. Alarms, alarms.
No, yes, there's nothing of direct threat right now. We're having Roger go take a look. There's something on the
You're
wind.
sending the sloth into the woods.
He's a
Monkey
monkey. He's
now.
a very agile
He's suffering
sloth.
a lot
We
and
don't
grown.
know much faster.
as a consequence.
So as you warg in
Here to the sloth.
to Roger 2.0.
He basically sloth, but a monkey.
R2 Abu.
You created a monkey sloth, you're sending it into the woods.
You spot
A multi-
some movement in the distance. Something large enough to move. Large brush. About possibly the size of a bear. Heading towards you.
I will.
That's how I meant to do it.
Roger, throw
Like a
the
muppet.
stick at it. Okay, just don't. No, you don't have to hit it. Just I want to see
Okay.
it.
Roger throws the stick.
I am deaf and blind to your senses, or I am deaf and blind.
Oh, I thought you were
You
just.
can't
The stick
hear
lands there.
You always seem to familiar. It's not possible.
You see what could best be seen as a creature passing.
What is it?
That creature.
That creature.
In that aggressive a stance, or sort of like
That
a,
aggressive of a stance. No, it's
Can't
like
see it.
predatorial. Like
Does it seem aware of like us?
it's
Like,
going your general direction.
Oh my god! Fuck! There's something out there, and it's big and it's scary. And I don't like it.
Everyone awaken.
I don't know what it is.
Assume the position. Leif.
The position has been assumed.
I'm staying crouched in line.
Intelligent swords go off. There is danger afoot. Nature is not to be wrought.
I'm staying.
I ready my action to attack anyone that jumps out.
Hold up, bonus action, I fist a
Even.
bow.
I stab.
Everyone roll initiative.
Is this the end of a long rest or not?
Nope.
Nope, not even.
We did take a short rest though. Before we left that camp.
Is my
am
mage armor
not
still-
initiative.
Yes, yes, okay.
Today.
18.
Yay for initiative.
All right. 18 Monry.
8.
Oh, don't worry, it gets better.
Oh, nice. I rolled a 20.
That's 20.
So yes, so I have a 24 in total.
Plus, oh, you get in.
3. Yes, my intelligence is my bonus.
Five. We're gods.
Garbage.
I'm still working on it. Okay.
I'm supposed to retire.
All right,
I'm hiding
Rand.
under the tree.
You're hiding in the tree.
Debating casting invisibility on myself.
This is why we don't have you be the outlook. Who can see?
What's your ready to action,
First, we
please?
should probably cover that.
To attack anything that comes out of the forest.
Okay.
Okay, sucks to be you, Roger.
Yeah, if he comes out.
Something absolutely does come barreling out through the forest, bearing claws and fangs. Its fur is dark as night. Its maw dripping with blood from some fresh kill. It's going right for Leaf. So, roll a
What
hit.
is that thing?
It is an abomination! Servant of Shar.
19.
Selune's natural.
You will
What the
hit.
heck, cats are you doing?
Who the hell is Shark?
That one guy.
Antithesis.
5 damage.
Darkness and evil.
You appear to attack it with your sword, but it appears to do absolutely nothing to it.
Oh, that didn't work.
It attacks you. With your great defenses, you appear to fend off a bite and a slash. So you're in a stalemate with this beast.
I don't want to acknowledge it.
I have a
Forest
feeling
protects
it is
me.
a werewolf.
Monry.
I don't know if adding
So,
moonbeam
was able to
to
get
it.
that bonus action off ahead of time?
Yeah, everyone had a chance to do a basic
Okay,
like round.
it's like-
Um,
You seem to see that thing. Here is more moon for you.
and I
Moon,
will-
Moon, moon. He's like, ah, rage moon.
You know what you can't do with this? Someone ate fucking wolves.
Try me. I have stuff on the first spot. But it's pointless and she's already.
Let me double check my spell real quick.
It was her brother was down. She needed to protect him. And then he just slit throats and freaked out. Make the moon go to the dark side.
So, Monry, you instantly know what the hell this is, and you much nailed it.
Oh, yeah.
It's a werewolf.
You're debating it.
Alright,
It's
yeah,
a
let's-
Dipping your toe.
black werewolf.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, there's different kinds of ones.
There are.
I don't have
Um,
a good first impression yet.
Alright, I'm going to.
They're not gonna make a
So,
better
do I
impression.
know if werewolves are immune to being charmed?
You
Is
do.
that something I know? I do know that they are immune.
They are immune to being charmed.
Okay, then definitely not doing that. Let's go with a good old fashioned punch. Oh,
Punch-a-roo. Punch-a-roo.
yes. I will Pure anger of this elevation. Walk up and move strike it.
Moonstrike! Go ahead.
That would be a 16.
Hits.
So to separate, it would be 1, 7. Sorry. It's too late. It would be 5 magic damage
Okay.
and 8 fire damage.
Okay.
It's not 1 or 7.
That appears to do damage to it.
All of them or just one?
Both of them appear to do damage
Can
to
I
it.
blast it?
I mean, on your turn you can.
Okay. I didn't know how I was going because I thought it was like not initiative yet.
Yeah, well, no, it kind of charged in your entry. Yeah, actually, since you're prior to, I don't know what your ready to action was. Blast anything comes into contact?
Pretty much.
Go ahead and do your attack.
Okay.
Sounds like one.
Yep.
Yeah, and you know what I really hope happens? Werewolf goes, what the fuck? He tried to kill me, he's a psychopath.
Trying to have some tea!
The werewolf didn't say, I'm in the trees, don't shoot me.
You guys sent the invite from the necklace.
He was just
I had a
trying
monkey.
Oh my god, would that be an eye bite?
to Good. I was just trying to do the customary 2 slashes and he got all angry at me.
I didn't hurt him. I didn't do anything.
Give a second level magic missile.
Okay.
So here's the first 3.
Oh, switching that damage to silver.
So you're doing
So that's 7 plus 3, so that's 10.
Simply
and then I get
metallic
one more.
silver damage, if possible.
Yeah, I get 1 more because it's level 2. So 13 damage.
That also connects and appears to injure it. It is not yet bloodied. Ben.
Mother, you know what this is?
Yes, it is a cursed one.
Okay.
Very bad don't.
Destroy it.
Accursed who?
Cursed.
Nope,
The
we don't want to know.
abomination of Selune's blessing. Twisted into darkness.
Insight?
Sure.
Are werewolves creatures that are cursed, as in, oh, you're a werewolf forever now? Or is it more of a lycanthropy situation where this is probably a person that turned into a werewolf and doesn't know what's going on?
It could be either, but go ahead and roll.
Oh, 16.
Most likely they choose to be this way. Much to what Monry is talking about. It is very possible that as a disease it is infected, but
It is evil.
basically,
must kill it.
basically a creature with rabies, one way or the other, either by choice for power or as a victim that survived an attack.
Okay, well, any more questions, but it's in combat, so I'll hold them.
Does it have a soul?
First attack.
Did you say throw some salt water?
Does it have a soul?
Over 20 to hit.
Okay.
9 magical bludgeoning damage. And I will attempt a stunning strike. It'll make a DC con save. DC 15.
It passes.
Make a second attack.
With your fists?
No,
With your
this is
staff.
also with my staff.
Mhm.
Because it's 2 attacks. This is now a nat 1.
Ow.
It's like your stunning strike is like a nice gentle breeze, and you're like, well then, let me just.
Wait, is he going?
soft.
I got an 8 and he got a 5. Do I get
Because you're gonna be lumped together.
Okay, gotcha.
But we're just
I was
buddies.
just like, hold on.
And bonus action, make an attack with my elbow as martial arts. And that is a 17 to hit.
Okay.
It does shit non-magical damage, but I will attempt a stunning strike.
Okay.
Again.
Keys for days. It passes. It super passes. Now you're up. Go nuts.
Could you be saved?
I'm going to moonbeam.
Only by Jeff.
Moonbeam.
It howls. Ooh, as it sears.
They're beyond redemption.
Yeah.
Death is the only
Selune's
natural-
light descends upon it.
Sad.
Can I lay on your cure?
Probably
No.
go to cure.
No.
It's a
If yours
curse.
get remove curse.
No.
No, it's just on it. Not gonna bother.
What's
I
that
have
one?
lesser
Moonbeam.
restoration.
Selune's lights.
Is it remove curses through the spell. I know priest get it,
Oh, I don't know if
Leaf.
I don't have it. Well, I can see if I get it.
but you can prepare it. Is what I'm saying.
Ah, gotcha.
Destroy.
And that's the.
Selune blesses your weapon.
Gotcha.
Is it really? Or are you just alluding?
He's screwing
I
with
just illusioned your. the things.
Courage.
It's
I
worthless,
mean,
but
really,
Yeah, I'll attack
it looks good.
It's like holy. It's like it's definitely an epic level skin.
I mean, would you want
11.
a weapon enchantment that does something?
11
Would you want one
would
that
miss.
makes your shit like
bonus action shield of faith.
Depends on who you're talking about. For functional.
Rune, you're up.
Okay, so, yeah, it was a thing.
Jeff, they don't want to bite you.
Remove curse, you said?
yeah.
Have any contact with you, really?
I'm firebolting it.
Are you sure we couldn't cure this person?
There's no
21 to hit it.
That hits.
Death is the only cure.
Like meta knowledge. Remove curse doesn't take off like a three.
Oh, well, meta knowledge, this is like these werewolves.
Are different. Okay,
But yeah,
then cool.
lycanthropy is
12 fire
blessing
damage.
of Selune.
How much?
For the most part, for white werewolves. But black werewolves, it is like a
Ice.
perversion of the blessing.
So curse.
It is at this point very bloody,
But it's not like.
and it's turn to attack.
It's a
Yeah,
curse
they,
that took
oh, I
willingly.
turned into it. Yeah, but they're like, I want to be a bad werewolf thing. So let me pray.
Yeah,
do
we're
that.
gonna take your curse off, and we'll put you in timeout.
And you're
Man Ray is very
didn't matter.
just.
Well, if I was
Yeah,
at 6, I would.
He's
give
attacking-
you advantage.
Mr. Runefist Mick hate your face.
And he has
Disadvantage.
AC.
Oh, we also have to do his.
Shield of faith?
You shield faith him?
He
Yeah.
has,
You no longer have shield of faith.
he has to do his moonbeam damage.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh, troll of the week. And what about my watchdog?
Bound to a room.
It's 2d10.
At the end or the beginning?
I think it's the beginning of the turn. Yeah, because if
What's
you
the
start
question?
out moonbeam.
Yeah, if it starts, it's
And it's
When
2d10?
it starts its turn, it's 3d10 right?
The watchdog.
Okay. It saves, so damn.
So it takes 7 damage.
Which is just gonna take it down.
Nice.
It falls. Lose your shield of faith because combat's over.
It's 10 minutes.
Sacred Flame.
Burn it.
Just in case.
Okay. It's immolating.
Go body checks.
Do I know of any way to ensure that these are dead or any specific ritual that?
Yeah, burn it with holy fire until it's ashes.
Okay, then.
Would
Another
keeping
sacred
moonbeam
flame.
on it help?
Yes.
Okay, keep
And
moonbeam.
then Sacred Flame on top of Moonbeam.
So the two are just like going balls to the wall in this thing.
Like, I'm okay with firebolting it into the ground, too.
You know these creatures.
These are those who chose a different path. Normally, the ability to change into a creature chosen by Selune would be a blessing. These have sought it out and perverse the opportunity. They are evil and must always be destroyed. They will never stop. They cannot be cured.
Seems evil wears many faces. Do what you will.
So burn it, and continue burning it.
Yes.
Okay.
Holy.
So 11:26.
Selune
I
is
wanted to just time check everybody.
Yeah.
Time check 11:26.
If
Oh,
they're,
it's a good stop point.
yeah.
Okay.
If they're sleeping, be
If we
sleeping.
can rest the rest of the night, yeah.
Yep.
Um,
You'll start next after this. You'll make it to Selene Temple.
despite burning this thing into ashes, anything that I could figure. No, not a value.
And it's ashes.
Does it have
You have an urn of
gold
werewolf
coins?
I'm
ashes.
trying to figure out, you know, if I know anything about the area or where it
Maybe
came
a
from,
force strength,
or
force
is
stamina.
it
in-
typical hunting, or if this would be abnormal to see it this close to the temple.
It should be abnormal to see it that close to the temple.
It doesn't have a great sword of the eagle.
Something's wrong.
Yes, maybe it's here, 58. Here is.
Find those like DOE ethics.
Oh, your
Those are the
dice.
best. Remember it on the signal?
Alright, stream.